The following is a production of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Van Buren Warrior Baseball is coming your way on 92.7 KTWA. Now, let's head down to the field with the voice of your Van Buren County Warriors, Shan Moquin.
All right, good evening, Warrior fans. Welcome back, and thanks for tuning in once again. On behalf of the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network, I'd like to welcome you again this evening to another streaming and radio broadcast presentation of Van Buren County Warrior Baseball. Mr. Connor Davis running the control board for us tonight back at the studio in Ottumwa. He's going to make this thing run smoothly for everybody that's tuned in. And I am alongside longtime Van Buren PA announcer, contributor, stat keeper, Mr. David Kirchner. Also, my cameraman and on-site producer, Mr. A.J. Rowe. My name is Shan Moquin, your play-by-play and radio voice of the Warriors. Back again for the sports seasons of the 2024-25 school year. All of us more than happy to be with you on the call this evening. Tonight, the Warriors return home for the final regular season baseball game of the year. That means we're in Keosauqua, Iowa at the Mildred and Eddie Ferguson Sports Complex overlooking beautiful Perkins Field. We're up here in the Norman Kissling press box with assistance from the Hoagland Foundation, getting ready for non-conference boys varsity baseball action for you. The Warriors tonight going to host a non-conference rival to the west, the Davis County Mustangs. First pitch tonight is scheduled for right about 7:30 p.m. Got a couple of ways for you to join the broadcast this evening. We are streaming live on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel. We're also on the air at your home for today's hits and yesterday's favorites, 92.7 KTWA and Ottumwa Radio Sports Group station. So if you are choosing one of those two ways to make our broadcast part of your evening, hey, a big thanks for tuning in. We could not do it without you. This season, Van Buren County Warrior Baseball is brought to you by these fine sponsors. Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. Follow them on Facebook. Ryan Wolf is your seed dealer. They will sponsor the pregame show. The Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal, be a great school for all kids, Warrior Pride countywide. They will sponsor the postgame show. Dowd's Lumber and Home Center, the largest building material supplier in Dowd's. They will sponsor the starting lineups in tonight's ball game. Cranston Family Funeral Home in Fairfield and Keosauqua, now to serve you with monument sales and Irish Ridge Cremation. CranstonFamilyFuneralHome.com sponsors tonight's first pitch. Smithburg Automotive, with 2 locations in Fairfield to serve you, they will sponsor all the innings tonight, 1 through 7 if necessary. First Iowa State Bank of Albia, Bloomfield, Cantrell, Eddyville, and Keosauqua, member FDIC. Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive for 24/7 emergency service, including nights, holidays, and weekends. Fast, friendly, and professional service at Roto-Rooter, servicing Ottumwa and the surrounding area. Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski. Check out their great selection of Rangers and ATVs and drive one home today. Milo and his team at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield and Keosauqua. Ask them about free delivery or curbside pickup options. They'll sponsor tonight's player of the game. Crane Concrete Ready Mix, delivering concrete to Ottumwa, Fairfield, Bloomfield, and the surrounding areas. They sponsor the players and coaches' interviews throughout the course of the season. Pilot Grove Savings Bank, serving you for all your financial needs. Proud supporter of the Van Buren County Warriors, sponsoring pitching changes in tonight's ball game. Tugboat Transportation of Bonaparte, proud supporter of the Van Buren County Warriors. Dowd's Quick Stop of Dowd's, for gas and all the convenience and daily food specials. They will sponsor strikeouts by the Warrior pitchers. The Van Buren County Hospital, Simply Remarkable, sponsoring any home runs hit by the Warrior batters. And finally, Wasco Hardware, located on Main Street, Keosauqua. Stop in and see their showroom. If you're in the area, a customer in need of some local business, please make sure you give these sponsors a chance. They are a huge part of why these broadcasts can be seen on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel, heard over the airwaves at 92.7 at KTWA, all of that made possible through the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Sponsors are a big part of what we do here. Make sure you give them a chance to get their business, and we thank them for being a sponsor of Warrior Sports throughout the course of the season. It's another edition of the Warrior Baseball pregame show, brought to you by Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. Follow them on Facebook. Ryan Wolf is your seed dealer. You know how we do things here. We will do the pregame show scattered around a few breaks so you can start to hear from some of our wonderful sponsors. We'll take the first 3-minute break in the pregame show right now, and then when we come back, we will take a look at the season both teams are having coming into tonight's matchup, some key players for both teams. We'll look at the conference standings, the starting lineups, other action around the conference tonight. All that and more still to come here in the Warrior Baseball pregame show brought to you by Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. Follow them on Facebook. Ryan Wolf is your seed dealer. Back with more in the pregame show after this first 3-minute break. You are tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel, on the air at 92.7 at KTWA. All that made possible through the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you for more after this 3-minute break.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
At Smithburg Automotive, driving adventures allow you to explore comfortably, safely, and in every aspect of your summer vacation. Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield, schedule your vehicle's trip check today. Call 641-472-2454, 641-472-2454.
Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Get your trip check scheduled today. Call 641-472-2454. That's 641-472-2454.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at Iowa Missouri Seed.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissam. Spring sports season, senior awards, start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Van Buren County Hospital is a proud supporter of Van Buren County Community School District Athletics. The contributions you make to your team, your school, and your community are appreciated and valued by all of us at Van Buren County Hospital. We want to wish you a successful sports season, and we'll be cheering for you every step of the way. Go Warriors! For all of your healthcare needs, Van Buren County Hospital is here for you. Find us online at vbch.org.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, we're back with you on the Warrior Baseball pregame show brought to you by Iowa Missouri Seeds of Keosauqua. Ryan Wolf is your seed dealer. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. We are in the pregame show of Warrior Baseball. We're at the Ferguson Sports Complex here on the west edge of Keosauqua. Perkins Field, the Kissling Press Box, as we're getting set for non-conference action, boys high school varsity baseball for you this evening to finish out the regular season. The Davis County Mustangs in town to take on our very own Van Buren County Warriors. We will continue things here in the Warrior Baseball pregame show by taking a closer look here. That's next on the docket. Taking a closer look at both teams and check out the season they are having so far into tonight's matchup. We'll start with the Davis County Mustangs. Head coach is Todd White, assisted by David Milder and Roman Schooley. The next action for Davis County is Saturday, July 5th. Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont at Davis County. 7 p.m. first pitch there. That's a 2A Sub-State 5 first-round game. They are the Davis County Mustangs in boys high school varsity baseball. Overall record into tonight is 10-17 on the year. They're 8-8 at home, 2-9 on the road. They have yet to play a neutral site game. They compete in Class 2A, the South Central Conference. Conference record for Davis County is 8-14 in the last 5. They are 1-4. Let's check out the wins so far this season for the Davis County Mustangs. They have defeated Keokuk, Woodward Granger, Cardinal, Van Buren County, Albia, Clark Community twice, Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont twice, and also Knoxville. Their losses have come twice to Cardinal, 3 times to Centerville, Moravia, twice to Albia, once to Clark Community, Sigourney, 3 times to Sheraton, Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, twice to Knoxville, and Mount Pleasant. Last time out was last night, Tuesday, July 1st, a 2-0 loss at Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont. Let's take a look at some leading players for the Davis County Mustangs on the season in those key statistical category areas that we like to review here in the Warrior Baseball pregame show. Leading Davis County in batting average, Josh Settles at .313, Quinn McCoy at .250, Houston Schooley at .229. Hits leaders for the Mustangs, Settles with 21, Peyton and Houston Schooley each have 16. RBI leaders for Davis County, Houston Schooley has 15, Josh Settles with 10, and Brett Prevost has 9. Peyton Schooley leads them on the bases with 8 steals. Settles leads them with 21 runs scored. Let's turn our attention to the pitching department for Davis County. Settles, a 2.37 ERA and 47 in the 3rd innings pitched. Noah Sizemore, 2.26 ERA in the 34 innings pitched. Settles leads them with strikeouts with 50, while Peyton Schooley and Sizemore each have 23 strikeouts on the year. There are 4 players with 2 wins on the pitching staff. That's Settles, Peyton Schooley, Sizemore, and Presley Cantrell. They all have 2 wins to lead Davis County in that category. Davis County averaging 3.3 runs a game. They give up 5.0. The team batting average is 192. Team on base is 326. The team slugging is 231. The team fielding, 905. And the team ERA is 2.67. Earlier this year at the Davis County Varsity Classic, the weekend before Memorial Day, Davis County got a 4-1 win over the Warriors over there in Bloomfield. We can take a quick peek before we take our second break here in the Warrior Baseball pregame show by checking the South Central Conference standings. Into action tonight. Sheraton, who is ranked in 2A, 22-5, 18-3. Knoxville's 19-10, 15-5. Cardinal, 15-10, 12-9. Albia, 11-13, 10-10. Centerville, 10-21, 9-12. Davis County, 10-17, 8-14. Clark Community is 9-19, 6-14. And Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont, 6-21, 5-15. That's the overall record, followed by the conference record. All right, that's a look at Davis County. We'll take a look at Van Buren County when we come back. Also, a look at the conference standings, starting lineups, other action around the conference tonight. We got all that still to come here in the Warrior Baseball pregame show, brought to you by Iowa Missouri Seeds of Keosauqua. Ryan Wolf is your seed dealer. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. Another 3-minute break here coming at you in the Warrior Baseball pregame show, and then when we come back, we'll get to all of that other stuff that I just mentioned. You are tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel. We're also on the air at 92.7 KTWA. Both of those options made possible through the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you for more on the pregame show after this second 3-minute break.
Call. I got a pair of clogged toilets.
2 pair, dripping faucets and leaking pipes.
Full house, boys. Flooded basement, ruined water heater, and a wild card, broken sump pump.
Gentlemen, whatever your plumbing issue may be, call Roto-Rooter on Gateway Drive in Ottumwa. The drain cleaning and plumbing experts, residential and commercial, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Oh, and one more thing. A royal flush always beats a full house.
That's a bunch of crap.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at I'm Missouri Seed.
This is Milo Wells with Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. Our goal here is to go above and beyond your expectations for the role that a pharmacy can play in you and your family's health. Since we have opened here, many things have changed. We've added experienced staff, updated our facilities, added clinical services like strep throat test and treat, and free liquid medication flavoring. One thing that has not changed is the vision of providing our patients with access to the best pharmacy services anywhere in the state. We, like many of you, believe Southeast Iowa is an amazing place to live, and we will continue to be committed to improving the lives of our patients.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom. Spring sports season, senior awards, the start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back with you here from Keosauqua, Iowa, at the Ferguson Sports Complex, getting ready for boys high school varsity baseball for you tonight. Non-conference action to finish out the regular season. Davis County Mustangs in town to take on the Van Buren County Warriors. It's a Warrior Baseball pregame show brought to you by Iowa Missouri Seeds of Keosauqua. Ryan Wolf is your seed dealer. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. We will continue on the pregame show by taking a closer look at the Warriors and the season they're having into tonight's matchup. Head coach is Shane Bagley, assisted by Bryson Starnes and Andrew Lowry. Next action for us is Saturday, July 5th. That'll be a 5 p.m. start against Pekin at Moravia in a 1A Sub-State 5 first-round matchup. Boys tournament action just around the corner. They are the Van Buren County Warriors in boys high school varsity baseball. Overall record into tonight's play, 9-13 on the year. They're 4-5 at home, 4-5 on the road, 1-3 in neutral site games. They compete in Class 1A, the Southeast Iowa Super Conference South Division. Conference record this year for the Warriors was 4-8. In the last 5, they are 1-4. This season, they have wins twice over West Burlington, Winfield Mount Union, Fort Madison, Pekin, Hillcrest Academy, twice over Danville, and Louisa Muscatine. Their losses have come to Keokuk, Mount Pleasant, twice to Mediapolis, Fairfield, Davis County, Burlington Notre Dame twice, Central Lee twice, and New London twice, also Martinsdale St. Mary's. Last time out for the Warriors was Friday of last week, June 27th, an 8-6 loss on the road over in New London. Let's take a look at some Warrior leaders on the season, starting with batting average. Isaac Leffler leads them at .448. Caden Simmons, .333. Isaiah Meek, .279. Hits leaders, Leffler with 30, Meek with 19, Coral with 16. RBI leaders for the Warriors. Leffler has 16, Kinnick Miller and Isaiah Meek each with 10 RBIs on the season. Leffler leads them on the bases with 27 steals, and Aiden McEntee leads them in runs scored with 20. Pitching department for Van Buren County. Aiden McEntee leads them with a 3.78 ERA in 33 1/3 innings pitched. Isaiah Meek 3.46 ERA in 28 in the third innings pitched. McAtee leads them with 25 strikeouts. Actually, he's tied with Will Coral. They each have 25. Isaiah Meek has 21 strikeouts on the mound for the Warriors this season. McAtee has 3 wins to lead the Warriors in that category. Van Buren County averaging 5.1 runs a game. They give up 6.1. The team batting average is 247. The team on base is 374. Team slugging is 294. The team fielding is 924. The team ERA is 4.66. And like I mentioned earlier, Davis County got a 4-1 win over at the Varsity Classic in Bloomfield at the end of May over the Warriors earlier this season. Let's take a look at those conference standings in the Southeast Iowa Super Conference, starting in the North Division. Hillcrest Academy, 13-7, 10-2. They will win the North. Highland is 11-8, 8-4. Pekin, 8-9, 7-4. Louisa Muscatine, 5-11, 5-6. Winfield Mount Union, 5-13, 5-6. Lone Tree, 7-13, 4-7. Wapalos, 2-15, 1-11. In the South Division, where the Warriors call home, Mediapolis, 23-1, 12-0. They will win the South. Central East, 17-4, 9-3. Burlington Notre Dame, 15-9, 8-4. New London is 13-9, 5-7. Van Buren County, 9-13, 4-8. West Burlington, 8-11, 3-9. And Danville, 1-18, 1-11. That's a look at the conference standings so far this season. We can also take a look at other action involving conference teams tonight on this Wednesday, July 2nd, 2025. In the South, Mediapolis is at Cascade to play a doubleheader. Central Lee is at Keokuk. And Davis County right here to take on Van Buren County. In the North, Pekin is at Winfield Mount Union. Highland is at Wilton. And North Cedar is at Lone Tree. That's other action involving Super Conference teams this evening. All right, Warriors have finished up their infield. And Davis County just starting to take their infield. So let's take a look at the starting lineups, make sure we get those in before we have first pitch here tonight. Starting lineups in tonight's ballgame brought to you by Dowd's Lumber and Home Center, the largest building material supplier in Dowd's. Let's take a look first at the starting lineup for the Davis County Mustangs. Leading off is number 8, Peyton Schooley, a freshman, playing shortstop. Batting second is number 4, Josh Settles, a junior, playing first base. Batting third is the DH, number 26, Presley Cantrill. He is a senior. He is batting for number 19, Victor Milder, an 8th grader who's playing center field. The cleanup spot is number 16, Max Taylor, a freshman, doing the catching. Batting fifth is number 24, Brett Prevost, a senior. He is at second base. Batting sixth is number 1, Dexter Scott, a freshman on the mound for Davis County tonight. Batting seventh is number 15, Duke Scott, a senior out in left field. Batting eighth is number 13, Noah Sizemore, a freshman at third base. And batting ninth is number 14, Quinn McCoy, a senior. He is in right field. To recap that starting lineup for the Davis County Mustangs, Peyton Schooley, Settles, Cantrill for Milder, Taylor, Prevost, Dexter Scott, Duke Scott, Sizemore, and McCoy. A little confusing as there are 2 Schooley boys on the Davis County team, one of them leading off, the other not in the starting lineup. They also have a couple of Scott brothers or cousins in the lineup. Dexter Scott bats 6th, Duke Scott bats 7th. So I'll do my best to keep those guys straight for you in the broadcast of tonight's game. All right, let's turn our attention to the Warriors. Take a look at their starting lineup for tonight's ball game. Leading off is number 1, Aiden McEntee, the senior. He is out in left field. Batting second, number 7, Leo Urach, a freshman, playing second base. Batting third is number 3, Isaac Leffler, a senior. He's playing third base. The cleanup man is number 9, Will Coral, sophomore, on the mound for Van Buren County tonight. Batting fifth is number 2, Kinnick Millard, a sophomore at shortstop. Batting sixth is number 11, Eli McKinney, playing center field, the junior. Batting seventh is number 17, Caden Simmons, a junior, doing the catching. Batting eighth is number 25, Colton Kirkhart, a junior at first base. And batting ninth is number 4, Gavin Knoll, a junior, playing right field. Once again for the Warriors, it's McAtee, Urach, Leffler, Coral, Millard, McKinney, Simmons, Kirkhart, and Knoll. And those starting lineups brought to you by Dowd's Lumber and Home Center, the largest building materials supplier in Dowd's. I think we got time for another 3-minute break here in the Warrior Baseball pregame show. Brought to you by Iowa Missouri Seeds of Keosauqua. Ryan Wolf is your seed dealer. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. Davis County still taking infield, as you can see on the camera if you're tuned in on YouTube. So we got through the breakdown of both teams, the conference standings, starting lineups. We'll take a look at the pitching matchup and maybe some other stuff that I can find as we try to kill some time here before the start of this one. But it feels good not to be so rushed here in the pregame show. Let's do another 3-minute break. We'll take a look at the pitching matchup and whatever else I can find. Maybe some stats we can talk about that I was looking at as I did some rewinding throughout my scorebook, and talk about some other key stats that I thought was really significant for the Warriors in the season that they're having so far up to this point. So let's do another 3-minute break. We'll take a look at the pitching matchup and some other pertinent stats when we come back. We're getting closer to first pitch, scheduled for about 7:30 p.m. We're getting set for boys high school varsity baseball for you tonight, non-conference action. Davis County, rival school to the west, here in town to take on the Warriors. Another 3-minute break in the pregame show, and then we'll finish it up for you when we come back. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Atumwa Radio YouTube channel. We're on the air at 92.7 KTWA. All of that made possible through the Atumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you in 3 minutes.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at I'm Missouri Seed.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115, or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom. Spring sports season, senior awards, start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Tiffany here. The best things in life are a nice spring day, a tasty treat, and a great deal. That's right, a great deal. So why not swing by Dowd's Quick Stop? Savor our barbecue chicken pizza or classic cheeseburger and fries combo. Craving something sweet? Our ice cream is on and is the best around. Dive into our spring fun with our specialty pizza starting at $17.99. Visit us today in Dowd's and follow us on Facebook at Dowd's Quick Stop for more delicious deals. Stop by for a quick taste of spring. At Smithburg Automotive, driving adventures allow you to explore comfortably, safely, and in every aspect of your summer vacation. Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield, schedule your vehicle's trip check today. Call 641-472-2454, 641-472-2454.
Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Get your trip check scheduled today. Call 641-472-2454. That's 641-472-2454.
Grow Savings Bank. We make your goals our priority. Visit us at pilotgrowsavingsbank.com. Member FCA. Whether you're building your dream home, expanding the family farm, or just need a little help getting started, Pilot Grove Savings Bank is here for you. Our experienced lending team offers personalized service with competitive rates because we live here too, and we know what matters. Pilot Grove Savings Bank. We make your goals our priority. Visit us at pilotgrowsavingsbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, we are back with you from the Ferguson Sports Complex. on the edge of Keosauqua here at Perkins Field. The coaches and umpires meeting at home plate is over, and Mr. David Kirchner going to announce the starting lineups to the crowd here tonight. It's a Warrior Baseball pregame show brought to you by Iowa Missouri Seed at Keosauqua. Ryan Wolf is your seed dealer. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. I promised you a look next at the pitching matchup tonight, and that's what we'll do. The first matchup of these two teams on the year, it was Settles going all 7 for Davis County, and for the Warriors, Millard started and Isaac Leffler came in relief. I should mention also for Davis County, not eligible to pitch tonight, Sizemore and both Schooley brothers, I believe, are not eligible because of their earlier action this week. They had a doubleheader against Sheraton on Monday, and last night a game against Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont. But on the mound tonight for Davis County is number 1, Dexter Scott, as Mr. Kirchner just announced. He's a freshman pitcher / infielder. I think he threw 38 pitches on Monday, so he is good to go tonight, just needing 1 day of rest. He's pitched in 10 games, started one of them with an 0-1 record without a save, 13 1/3 innings pitched, 261 total pitches for Dexter Scott, 67 official at-bats against him. Batters have a .284 average. That's the batting average against pitcher Dexter Scott. He's given up 19 hits, 9 runs, 5 of them earned. He's walked 9, hit 2 batters, struck out 12, has a 2.62 ERA. That's the line coming into tonight for Davis County Mustang pitcher Dexter Scott. All right, for the Warriors, on the mound is number 9, Will Coral, the sophomore outfielder / pitcher. He has pitched in 5 games, started them all. He has a 2-2 record without a save, 17 2/3 innings pitched, 346 total pitches, 84 official at-bats against Will Coral with a 155 batting average against. He's given up 13 hits, 12 runs, 8 of those earned. He has walked 16, hit 2 batters, struck out 25, and has a 3.17 earned run average. That's a look at tonight's pitching matchup. Coral versus Dexter Scott, Warriors versus the Davis County Mustangs. And Mr. Kirchner just finishing up the introductions of both teams right now. I think we got the national anthem coming at us, so we'll take our final break here in the Warrior Baseball pregame show, a 2-minute one. Then when we come back, we will have first pitch for you. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel, on the air at 92.7 KTWA. All that made possible by the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you in 2 minutes.
Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at Iowa Missouri Seed.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom. Spring sports season, senior awards, the start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115, or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, folks, we are back with you, getting close to first pitch time here from the Ferguson Sports Complex here at Perkins Field in the Kissling Press Box. Warriors taking their final infield throw, about ready to go down to second. And I promised you just a chat about a little bit of stats that I looked back on. Warriors, no doubt, need to do better hitting with runners in scoring position. Middle of the lineup has to do better as well. Not trying to throw shade on any of these kids, but Coral and Millard, I think 4 for 42 since the Louisa Muscatine game. I know those guys can get some hits, and like I said, love those kids. It's not due to lack of effort, but it's a stat that I got to throw at you. So the middle of the Warrior lineup needs to do better tonight. All right, here we go. It'll be Schooley, Settles, and the DH Cantrell to face Coral. He's ready. First pitch is a ball, 7:35. First pitch time tonight, 1-0 to Peyton Schooley, number 8, the freshman shortstop, 225. Second pitch lands away, and it's 2-0 to Schooley. Game time conditions, 84 and sunny. 62% humidity, winds west-northwest at 1 mile an hour. Third offering is outside from Coral. He's missed on 3 straight. It's 3-0 to the leadoff man, Peyton Schooley. Schooley at 225, right-handed batter, the lefty Coral trying to get back into the count, and that is a called strike. 3-1 now to Schooley. Umpires tonight, Mike Plecker on the bases, Draven Fenton behind home plate. And I should mention in the JV game, Davis County won by a score of 73 in 6 innings. Coral, the 3-1 into the windup. That one fouled off right side, stays in play. Nobody can get to it. So on 5 pitches, it's a full count. Warrior defense in the outfield, left to right, McAtee, McKinney, and Knoll. Infield, third to first, Leffler, Millard, Urach, Kirkhart, Simmons behind the plate. Will Coral's payoff pitch is on the way. Fouled off down and to the right of us. We'll do it again from 3-2. Got to get my scoring summary here. Ready. Coral missed, high and away. And Peyton Schooley draws a leadoff walk. First walk of the game. Issued by Coral. And up next for Davis County is number 4. Josh Settles bats second in the order. The junior first baseman, 313 for Settles, coming into play tonight. He'll be in there from the left side to face the lefty Coral, who will keep an eye on that runner over at first. First pitch is a called strike 1 on a fastball. 0-1 to Settles. Coral working out of the stretch. Has a good move to first. Runner stays put. That pitch, same spot, same result. 0-2 to Settles. He's at 313 coming into play tonight. Their leading average hitter. And the 0-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Coral set him down on 3 straight. So that's the first out of the inning. Coral gets his first strikeout. Brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop of Dowd's, sponsoring all the Warrior pitchers' strikeouts. Starting lineups were Dowd's Lumber and Home Center. First pitch tonight was Cranston Family Funeral Home. All the innings, Smithburg Automotive. This is Presley Cantrell, number 26, the senior DH. Throw to first, runner back. That's Schooley back to first over there. Cantrell batting for Victor Milder, number 19, the 8th grader who plays the center field. Milder, no batting average on the year. Cantrell, 204. In there from the right side, the lefty Coral. A check swing, grounder to second. Urach charges and boots it. Try to go to first, a slow runner. He throws it away. Runner from first going all the way over to third. And Cantrell will reach on the E4. First error of the night on the Warriors. Schooley over to third. First and third with 1 out, and that's going to bring up the cleanup man, number 16, Max Taylor, freshman catcher. Taylor 178, right-handed batter. Urach had to charge that. I don't know if he thought about going to second and then just maybe realized he couldn't and then just wanted to go to first. He booted it, then tried to make a throw to first and threw it wide of first base. Coral with a called strike on the first offering to Taylor, 0-1. So the Warrior infield up the middle will be looking to turn 2 here and get out of this jam. First and third with 1 out. Coral to the plate. Pitch, fly ball. Swung on, out to right. Gavin Knoll underneath it. Gavin will make the play. It's going to score the runner from third. Runner at first stays put. So Peyton Schooley will score the first run of the game. 1-0 Davis County on the sac fly by Taylor. He flies out to Nolan right, give Taylor an RBI. So here in the top of the first, Davis County leads 1-0. Brett Prevost in there now. First pitch from Coral to him is low and in. 1-0 to Prevost. He's fifth in the order, number 24, senior second baseman. 203 for him on the year. Coral's next offering, high and outside. And the count is 2-0 to Prevost. Right-handed batter, the 2-0 on the way, swung through it. Throw down to second, the runner goes, caught in front of the bag. Millard with a nice play. So the count ends with Brett Prevost 2-1. He will lead off the next inning since his at-bat was not completed there. And Cantrell trying to steal after he reached on the air is thrown out 2-6. Simmons to Millard. That will be the third out of the inning. And like I said, Prevost will start a new at-bat when they bat in the top of the second. 16 pitches for Coral to get through the first. Davis County gets a run without the aid of a hit. There was an error, and they end up leaving nobody on base. So after a half an inning of play, it's 1-0 Mustangs. We'll go to the bottom of the first. After this 1 minute break, Warriors coming to the plate for the first time tonight. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel on the air at 92.7 KTWA. All of that made possible through the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you for the Warriors' first wraps tonight after this 60-second break.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at I'm Missouri Seed.
Van Buren County Hospital is a proud supporter of Van Buren County Community School District Athletics. The contributions you make to your team, your school, and your community are appreciated and valued by all of us at Van Buren County Hospital. We want to wish you a successful sports season, and we'll be cheering for you every step of the way. Go Warriors! For all of your healthcare needs, Van Buren County Hospital is here for you. Find us online at vbch.org.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, McAtee, Urach, and Leffler. The three due up. It's 1-0 to McAtee. And that's a late strike call. 1-1 now to the leadoff hitter. Number 1, senior left fielder Aiden McAtee. 222 for him on the year against New London. I'll get that after this 1-1. Swung through it, maybe a slight foul tip into the catcher's mitt. 1-2 now to McAtee. He was 1 for 3. Single, a walk, 2 runs scored last Friday at New London. In there from the left side against the righty, Dexter Scott. Coming to him. McAtee sends a pop-up foul, first base side, over towards the Warrior dugout, and just gets out of play. So we'll do it again from 1-2. To the Warrior left fielder. Davis County scratches a run out in the top of the first on that sac fly. Sac fly RBI by Max Taylor. Scored Peyton Schooley after he led off with a walk. So that walk comes around to bite the Warriors. Scott ready. He's coming high and away to McAtee. Count even now at 2-2 to Aiden. Warriors looking to get... and that throw gets away back to the pitcher. Shortstop back in to help out there and scoop it back to him, Peyton Schooley. Warriors looking to get the leadoff man on here. In the outfield, Duke Scott, Milder, and McCoy left to right. That pitch is past the catcher, low and in. 3-2. Now full count to McAtee in the infield for Davis County, third to first. Sizemore, Peyton Schooley, Prevost, and Settles. Taylor behind the plate. McAtee pops that one up over us. Out of play. We'll do it again from 3-2. So McAtee will see an eighth pitch in his at-bat here. Battling hard, trying to get the leadoff man on. Scott's ready. Here he comes. McAtee lines one to right. Oh, just about right in his tracks. Maybe a couple steps backward. Had to reach up and get it. That's McCoy out there making the play. McAtee lines out to right. First out of the inning, and that'll bring up in the second spot in the order, number 7. Leo Urach, the freshman second baseman. 220 for Urach into play tonight. Each team wearing their predominantly white uniforms tonight. Warriors in the white with the black shoulders. Davis County in the white with the maroon shoulders. Dexter Scott is ready. First pitch to Urach. Breaking ball lands for strike 1. 0-1 to count to Urach. Urach was 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored against New London last Friday. Out of the windup, Dexter Scott coming to him. Breaking ball grounded to short. Play made, throw over to first. That's Peyton Schooley to Settles. Urach is the second out of the inning on the 6-3 putout. Up next for the Warriors is number 3, Isaac Leffler, the senior third baseman. 448 and leading the Warriors in a whole bunch of offensive categories coming into play tonight. Leffler against New London was 1 for 2 with a single and 2 walks. Isaac will bat from the right side against the righty Dexter Scott, who has 10 pitches here so far. Cordell took 16 to get through the top of the first. Looks in over his glove. He's got his sign from the catcher Taylor, and here he comes to Leffler. Popped up, first base line, foul territory, and the catch made by Settles over there. So on one pitch, Leffler pops out to the first baseman in foul territory. Third out of the inning. Will Cordell in the cleanup spot will lead off for the Warriors when they bat the bottom of the second. So they go down 1-2-3. So nothing across for the Warriors. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. 11 pitches for Scott to get him through the bottom of the first. We will go to the top of the second. We've played an inning with Davis County leading 1-0. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with you for the top of the second. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live in the Ottumwa Radio. The YouTube channel on the air, 92.7 KTWA, made possible by the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you for more Warrior Baseball after this 30-second break.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at I'm Missouri Seed.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
First pitch to the leadoff man here in this inning, Brett Prevost, is a ball. He'll start with a fresh count. Runner thrown out when he was at bat there. Second pitch from Will Cordell. Low and in. 2-0 to Prevost. He had a 2-1 count on him when Cantrell was thrown out at second. Prevost on the year 203. He's from the right side. That one a called strike from home plate umpire Draven Fenton. 2-1 to count to number 24, senior Brett Prevost. Called strike. Count even at 2-2 now to Prevost, the senior second baseman. Cordell the lefty into the windup, and here he comes, and that one plunked him, the left shoulder. So Prevost to first on a hit batter, hit by pitch. Davis County in consecutive innings has their leadoff man on. First batter hit by Cordell tonight. He's issued a walk as a strikeout, giving up an unearned run, now hit a batter on 21 pitches. Up next for Davis County is 6th in the order, number 1 pitcher, Dexter Scott, a freshman. 157 into play tonight, the right-handed batter. Cordell out of the stretch, coming to the plate. Squared a bunt, pulled it back, took a strike. 0-1 to Dexter Scott. Looking down at head coach Todd White down there, getting the signs. Squared to bunt on that one. Let's see if what's cooking here for Davis County. Prevost has a lead at first. Coral's going to check him. And Colton Kirkhart there had to reach to he's a right-handed thrower, had to reach his glove hand to the left to corral that one from Coral. Will working out of the stretch, and he's coming to the plate. Popped up, right of us, out of play. And it's quickly 0-2 to Dexter Scott. Scott at 157, right-handed batter, doing the pitching tonight. Just a freshman. Coral's got him down 0-2. Here he comes. Fouled away at the plate, and now back behind the plate to the left is where the ball ends up. We'll do it again from 0-2. Prevost remains at first. 1 on, nobody out for Davis County. They have a 1-0 lead as we play. Here at the top of the second. Coral's ready again. Slide step home, missed, tying away. 1-2 to Scott now, the batter. Coral shakes off Simmons. Now he's got the one he wants. And the 1-2 on the way. Chopped, foul, third base line. We'll do it again from 1-2. Kirkhart holding Prevost on over there after he was hit by a pitch. Warriors will look to turn 2 up the middle if they get a grounder. The next offering is low. 2-2 now to Dexter Scott. 11 pitches already for Coral here. Has yet to record an out in the second. He's up to 27 game total. 28's on the way. Missed, low and in, skipped out of the way. And it was kicked out in front, or maybe not inadvertently, ends up out onto the grass. But it's 3-2 now, full count. And the runner, Prevost, down to second on a wild pitch. So runner at second in scoring position with nobody out. That's Prevost. 3-2, full count to the batter. Here comes Coral. Swung on, popped up, down the first base line. Kirkhart couldn't get to it. Good hustle, just couldn't get there. Hitting the spot where nobody could get it. We'll do it again from 3-2. Prevost back to second. So the Warriors looking for an out here somewhere. Strikeout would be great here. Coral get his second one of the night. That would help. Runner at second. Here comes the 3-2. Inside. Did it hit him? Doesn't matter. It's ball. Hit by pitch or walk? I think it was a walk, right? Base on ball. Okay. We'll just credit with a walk. First and second, nobody out. It's the second walk issued by Coral tonight. And in the 7th spot in the order, up next is number 15, Duke Scott, the senior left fielder. 0-51 for him, right-handed batter. Coral now with runners at first and second, nobody out, is coming to the plate. Square to bunt, bunted it foul. Ends up to the right side there, down little ways down the first base line in foul territory. 0-1, the count to Duke Scott. Dexter Scott on first with the walk. This is Duke Scott. I'm guessing that they're brothers, at the very least cousins in a small community. Duke Scott, the older one, by 3 years. He's a senior. Dexter Scott, the freshman. Coral's ready. Here he comes. Bunted. Third base line rolls foul, and Leffler touches it in foul territory. Makes sure it stays foul. So, count now 0-2 to Duke Scott. Runners will retreat to first and second. "16 pitches here. He's already equaled his amount in the first. He's up to 32 game total as Coral. Warriors have yet to record an out here in the top of the second. Davis County leads 1-0. Coral, the 0-2. Breaking ball landed high and away. 1-2 now to Duke Scott. I think the Warrior defense would turn 2 if they could up the middle. Let that runner go to third. That would be a way out of this inning. Here comes the 1-2. High. Missed his release point on another breaking ball, it looked like. Count even 2-2 to Duke Scott. Prevost at second. Hit by a pitch. Dexter Scott at first after a walk. Coral's ready. Here he comes. Low, skipped away from Simmons on another wild pitch. Runners will advance to second and third. 3-2, full count now to Duke Scott. It's a couple of wild pitches in the inning for Coral. He's got to buckle down here. Need it out. No force outs on the bases anywhere to be had except first. Fouled off right side into the screen to the right of us. 20th pitch, and haven't recorded an out here. 36 in the game for Will Coral. We've been talking about how long head coach Shane Bagley's going to let any one pitcher go here as we try to get ready for tournament play. Full count, and he missed. Low and in to load him up on 2 walks and a hit batter. Bases loaded, nobody out for Davis County. Up next is number 13. In the 8th spot in the order, Noah Sizemore, freshman, third baseman. Third walk issued by Coral. Command an issue here so far tonight. Sizemore at 117 on the season. Right-handed batter up there with a chance to do damage. Coral's ready. Here he comes. Missed high. 1-0 to Sizemore, and there's no place to put him. Coral ready again out of the stretch. And that one over the outer half for a strike. 1-1 now. Grounder on the infield. Third and first are in on the edge of the grass. They'll come home, go to first. Coral ready. That one missed in. 2-1 now to count to the batter, Sizemore. Middle infield, well, everybody's in on the edge of the grass, I guess. Everybody looking to come home and shut down the run if they can. Fouled off right side out of play. 2-2. On the 25th pitch of the inning, Coral's up to 41 now. So if you're looking at using them on Saturday, can't go over, what was it, 65? The 2-2. Swung on, fly ball, right field. Gavin Knoll coming in. He'll make the catch. Runner from third tags. Here comes Knoll's throw home, cut off by Will Coral. Oh, and then he throws home. They had somebody maybe picked off if they would have went to third or first. He decides to turn and throw home. They don't get the runner there. So Sizemore with a sac fly. Give him an RBI. Knoll makes the play out and right. That's the first out of the inning. Score Prevost from third. Scott, that's Dexter Scott, moves up to third. Duke Scott still at first. So here in the top of the second, Sizemore. Coral's first pitch to McCoy hit him in the foot, I believe. So a hit by a pitch will load him up again. Dexter Scott on third, Duke Scott at second, Quinn McCoy to first on a hit by a pitch, top of the order coming up. It's a second hit batter by Coral. So the Sizemore sac fly scores 1. It's 2-0 Davis County in the top of the order. Coming up with the bases loaded and 1 out. They tallied 1 here in the top of the second on 27 pitches for Coral. He's up to 43 game total. Shane Bagley out to the mound. We'll see what he's going to do. Maybe just a chat. Warriors, there's a way out of this inning if you can get a grounder on the infield, turn 2, second, to first or home to first. Force outs all over the place with the bases loaded and 1 out. Pop-up on the infield would also be an infield fly. That would get you an out. Warriors would like to turn 2 and get out of this thing, just allowing 1. That would be a victory to get out of this inning at 2-0. Here's Peyton Schooley, walked, scored a run. Took a called strike from Coral, 0-1. Schooley, 225 on the year, the freshman shortstop. Where's number 8, right-handed batter, Coral, the lefty coming to him. High and away. 1-1. Count to Schooley. Maybe Will can entice a breaking ball low and in, entice a ground ball. That one, good stop by Simmons, low in the dirt, 2-1. Coral, the lefty, to the right-handed batter. If he could throw him a good breaking ball and have it breaking down on the inside part of the plate, might induce a ground ball. Maybe the Warriors should get out of the inning. That one missed inside. Oh, no. It's a called strike. Excuse me. Little delay. 2-2. Count even. Okay. We'll take it. 2-2 from Coral. He's working out of the windup. Here he comes. Fouled back up over us. And out of play. We'll do it again from 2-2. That was his 32nd pitch of the inning. It's up to 48. Game total. And he went through an inning and a third so far, allowing 2 runs, bases loaded with 1 out. 2-2 to the batter, Schooley. Coral ready. Here he comes. That one fouled off right side. Kirkhart giving it a look. Out of play. Coral needs to make a pitch here. A strikeout would be huge. Then you can just get one out anywhere in a bunch of places. Infield can go back. Infield in right now, just on the edge of the grass. Leffler, Millard, Urach, Kirkhart. Coral's ready out of the windup, and the 2-2. Breaking ball missed high and away. Full now, 3-2 to Schooley. No place to put him with the bases loaded. Coral's got to come in there. On the 35th pitch of the inning, here he comes. He missed away badly. So a walk will give Schooley an RBI. Score Dexter Scott on the play and move everybody else up 90. Duke Scott to third, Quinn McCoy to second. Schooley the batter to first. So
first baseman Josh Settles.
The Schooley base on ball with the bases loaded. Scores one to make it 3-0 Davis County. First pitch to Settles, a dangerous batter here, is ball one. So they're still loaded with only one out. They've scored twice. That pitch line to center. McKinney going back, and he can't make the play. It's over his head in the right center. Davis County runners on the move. One run scores. Here comes run number 2. It's going to be a 2 RBI double for Settles. Give him a couple of RBIs. You can score Duke Scott and Quinn McCoy on the play. Peyton Schooley ends up at third. Runners at second and third with one out. Shane Bagley going to take the ball from Will Coral, it looks like. So a Settles double. Scores 2 to make it 5-0. Davis County. Coral 37 pitches and just one out. He gives an inning and a third. Giving up, that's only the first hit that he's given up. Let's count the walks here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was walked 4, struck out 1, given up 5 runs, not all of them earned. And it looks like Aiden McAtee going to come in now and get some work for the Warriors. So we'll set him up when we come back from this 30-second break. 5-0 Davis County as we play top of the second with one out, runners at second and third. Back with you in 30 seconds for more Warrior Baseball. You're tuned into it, streaming live on the Temple Radio YouTube channel on the air. 92.7 KTWA. Back with you after this 30-second break.
As long as possible. 1 minute there is small enough to play in it. This is Tim with Slayton Polaris. I'm sure you would agree with me that while we enjoy watching our kids grow up on the farm, we also wish they could stay little for as long as possible. 1 minute there is small enough to play in a tractor tire, and the next thing you know, they are bigger than you. With all of life's changes, you can take comfort in knowing that Slayton Polaris will try their best to keep things the same. We always offer the best machines at the best possible prices and strive to treat everyone the way we would want to be treated. This has always been our policy since we opened our doors. We look forward to meeting you at Slayton Polaris, 8 miles south and west of Pulaski.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back with you. Top of the second, 2 on, second and third with one out. McAtee into pitch. We'll set him up in a minute. That pitch swung on. First pitch by McAtee out to center field. McKinney has it underneath, and he'll make the catch. Runner from third will tag. That run charged to Will Coral. It's a sac fly by the DH with an RBI. He's the second out of the inning. But scorer Peyton Schooley from third. It's a sac fly by Cantrell.
Catcher Max Taylor.
It scores 1 to make it 6-0 Davis County. And that's going to bring up Max Taylor. He's 0 for 1. The freshman catcher, 178 for him. Runner at second with 2 outs now for Aiden McAtee. Second pitch by Aiden is a called strike. 0-1 the count to Taylor. Davis County has batted around here. That run charged to Coral. McAtee Pitch is swung on. Fly ball, right center, or left center, excuse me. McKinney in to his right. He'll make the last two plays. So Taylor and Cantrill both fly out to McKinney in the center. Second and third outs of the inning. Prevost will lead off when Davis County bats in the top of the third. McAtee comes in and on 3 pitches gets the Warriors out of trouble in the top of the second. So Davis County, let's get their totals. 1, 2, 3. They score 5 on just 1 hit. There were no errors by the Warriors. Davis County ends up leaving 1 on base. So after an inning and a half, 6-0, Davis County with the lead. Warriors coming to the plate in the bottom of the second. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Coral, Millard, and McKinney coming up. We'll be back with the bottom of the second after this 30-second break. You are tuned in to the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. We're streaming live on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel and on the air, 92.7 KTWA. Back with you in 30 seconds for more Warrior Baseball.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissom. Spring sports season, senior awards, the start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back with you for the bottom of the second. Warriors trail 6-0 here at the Ferguson Sports Complex, losing. They're behind right now to the Davis County Mustangs. We can close the book on Will Coral. Went an inning and a third, gave up 1 hit, walked 4, struck out 1, responsible for those 6 runs. They had a couple of wild pitches, a couple of hit batters. Hit batters, wild pitches, walks, the story of that outing by Will Coral. He's going to lead off. Let's see if he can get something going here for Van Buren County. Took one well away. 1-0 to Will Coral. Started on the mound, now playing left field. In there from the left side. 254 for Will on the year. Foul tip at the plate on that second offering to him. 1-1. Coral was 0 for 4. Reached on an error last Friday at New London. I've talked about it a little bit in the pregame. The bats of Millard and Coral, they got to get going for the Warrior offense to be successful here. Middle of that order. A lot riding on them. Here's the next offering. Ooh, that one way outside. So the count to Coral 2-1. Like I said, I went back and looked. Coral and Millard, 4 for 42, going back to the Louisa Muscatine game. 095 clip. That one popped up on the infield. Third baseman on the dirt will make the call. That's Sizemore making the play. Coral pops out to third, first out of the inning. Yeah, you got your cleanup man and 5th place hitter there. That 095 clip going back to the Louisa Muscatine game. That's tough to deal with if you're head coach Shane Begley. And baseball, a game of stats. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't throw those stats at you. So like I said, no shade on those kids there. The effort is there, just not seeing the results right now. Breaking ball, Millard, a bouncer to third, eats up the third baseman. E5 or a hit? E5 we're going with on that scoring decision. So Millard, a one-out base runner for the Warriors on the error by Sizemore over there. First error of the night on Davis County. Up next for the Warriors in the 6th spot in the order, number 11, Eli McKinney, junior center fielder. McKinney 1 for 3, a single, a walk, a run scored, an RBI last Friday at New London. So Dexter Scott out of the stretch now. Coming to McKinney. That pitch taken for a ball. 1-0 to McKinney. 268 for Eli into action tonight. Millard, after reaching on the air, he's at first base. The next offering, McKinney pops it up to our left side and not a play. The count now to Eli is 1-1. And also, Warriors been stranding a lot of runners. They're averaging about 8 stranded runners a game, so that doesn't make your batting average with runners in scoring position very good. I would say those are 2 keys for them this year. He'll throw to first. Millard is back. And I suppose that sounds a little bit cliche, as you can always talk about that for maybe teams that struggle a little bit. hits, or your batting average, you got to get hits with runners in scoring position, and such an important part of the game. The next pitch. McKinney sends a fly ball to shallow right. Second baseman back, right fielder in. They're going to almost run into each other, but it's the second baseman who's back there to make the play. Right fielder probably had a better angle on it, but Prevost makes the play. McKinney pops out to the second baseman, Prevost, in shallow right field. Second out of the inning. Millard have to remain at first. Up next for the Warriors, in the 7th spot in the order, is number 17, Caden Simmons, junior catcher. 333 for Simmons, a right-handed batter on the season. Scott, he'll check the runner at first out of the stretch. Millard back safely. Warriors have stranded, I think I added up, 172 runners throughout their 22 games this year. That comes out to about 8 a game. Here's the pitch. Simmons took a called strike, outer half. 0-1 to Caden. Scott has the one he wants. Slide step to the plate. Simmons sends a fly ball center field. Center fielder back. 3 or 4 steps in his tracks, and that's Milder out there to make the play. Simmons, the third out of the inning, will retire the side on the fly ball to center field. Kirkhart in the 8th spot, a leadoff for the Warriors when they bat in the bottom of the 3rd. No runs, no hits. There was an error, and 1 left for the Warriors. Each team has stranded 1 now. 10 pitches for Scott to get through the second 21 game total. So we've played 2, and the score remains Davis County 6, Van Buren County nothing. We'll take a 30-second break and be back for the top of the 3rd. Brett Prevost in the 5 spot, a leadoff for Davis County again. Prevost, Dexter Scott, Duke Scott. That's coming at you after this 30-second break. You are tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel and on the air at 92.7 KTWA, made possible by the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you for the top of the 3rd after a quick 30-second break.
Hi, Susan here at Wasco Hardware in Keosauqua. When you're wanting to spruce up your home, come see our kitchen and bath showroom. We also have flooring, from luxury vinyl to Shaw and Mohawk carpet. Every color for your rooms, from Best Look Paint. Plan now to get all of your lawn and garden projects done from the help of Wasco Hardware. And remember, we have the perfect gift for that special someone, from Milwaukee tools, grilling, or a scented candle, and so much more. Wasco Hardware, downtown Keosauqua. Check us out online at wascohardware.com.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back with you from the Ferguson Sports Complex in Keosauqua, Iowa, here at Perkins Field. Go to the top of the 3rd with our score: Davis County 6, Van Buren County nothing. Brett Prevost, Dexter Scott, Duke Scott, 5, 6, and 7 in the order to face Aiden McAtee. Prevost hit by a pitch. No official at bat. That first pitch from McAtee missed. For a ball, 1-0 to Prevost. Prevost, the senior second baseman, wears number 24, 203 for him on the year. I forgot to throw in Simmons was 1 for 3 with a single RBI and hit by a pitch against New London. Forgot to mention that. In the Warriors' last half inning. Called strike on that next offering to Prevost, 1-1. McAtee got him out of trouble with 3 pitches there in the second. Aiden out of the windup. Here he comes. Pitch swung on, popped up. Foul territory. Kirkhart off his bag at first. Coming back now, right on the line or slightly into fair territory, makes the play. Nice play over there by Kirkhart. Prevost, the first out of the inning on the pop out to Kirkhart at first. That'll bring up in the 6th spot in the order, number 1, Dexter Scott, the freshman pitcher. He walked, scored a run in the top of the 2nd. Right-handed batter, McAtee's ready, he's coming to him. Missed away. 1-0 to Dexter Scott. Lights starting to take effect a little bit here. McAtee ready again, the lefty. That offering fouled straight back and below us. Count even at 1-1 now. Dexter Scott came into play tonight at 157. Duke Scott out of the on-deck circle cleaning up that foul ball for us. We're ready to go again. McAtee winds and delivers. Lined. Foul. Just foul down the 3rd base line past Leffler. That one had 2 written all over it if he could keep it fair, but it's just a strike. Count now 1-2 to the Mustang pitcher. McAtee is staring at Simmons. He's ready. And the 1-2 on the way. Oh, he missed his release point on that. I think he was trying to throw a breaking ball way outside. Good job by Simmons to catch that one. Nothing hurt. Even up at 2-2 now. McAtee the 2-2 to Scott. Popped up on the infield. Foul territory. Kirkhart. Simmons, who's going to get it? Caden Simmons is going to make the catch to the right of home plate. Over towards the Warrior dugout. So Dexter Scott is the second out of the inning on the pop out to Simmons behind the plate. 2 up, 2 down for Davis County here in the top of the third. Up next in the 7th spot in the order is number 15, Duke Scott. Senior, left fielder, 051 coming into play. Tonight, he drew a walk, scored a run in the second. So McAtee doing a nice job after coming in relief. He's got all 4 that he's faced. Low on the first offering to Duke Scott, 1-0. He's gotten 2 fly balls and 2 pop-outs, has Aiden. Will Coral off the mound. He's out there in left field now. McAtee ready. The 1-0. Grounded to short. Couple of bounces for Millard. He'll glove and throw over to first to Kirkhart. And Duke Scott retired. 6-3 on the putout, third out of the inning to retire the side. Noah Sizemore in the 8-hole of the order will lead off when Davis County bats in the top of the 4th. So they go down 1-2-3, nothing across for Davis County in the top half of the 3rd inning. 10 pitches for McAtee to get through the 3rd. He's up to a game total of 13. Warriors will come to the plate in the bottom of the 3rd looking for some runs. Kirkhart, Noel, and McAtee. That's 8-9-1 in the order. Our score remains 6-0. Davis County Mustangs with the lead as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. We'll take a 30-second break and then come on back for the bottom of the 3rd. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel on the air at 92.7 KTWA. All of that made possible through the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you for the bottom of the 3rd and more Warrior Baseball after this 30-second break.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114 because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114 or visit us on Facebook at I'm Missouri Seed.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back with you from the Ferguson Sports Complex. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd. Here's number 25, Colton Kirkhart, junior first baseman, facing Dexter Scott. Fouls that one off left side. Down the 3rd base line, dies in the grass in foul territory. 0-1 to Kirkhart. Colton on the season is at 111. He was gone to the Iowa Boys State program, so he was away from the team for a little bit. Good to see Colton back. The 0-1-2 and breaking ball, and that was a beauty from Dexter Scott. Lands for a strike. Quickly 0-2 to Colton Kirkhart. We need his bat to come alive as well. That would help it tonight, help in the district game coming up on Saturday. Dexter Scott ready out of the windup, the 0-2. Kirkhart a weak grounder. Past the mound, left side. 3rd baseman charges, will glove, and he'll throw over. And they get Kirkhart by a step over there at first base. 5-3 on that, put out first out of the inning. Up next for the Warriors, number 9 batter is number 4, Gavin Noel, the junior right fielder. Gavin on the season, 143. Right-handed batter. See what those guys did against New London. Neither one of them got an at-bat. Noel a swing and a miss through that first pitch from Scott. 0-1. Next offering is on the outer half for a strike. Quickly 0-2. Gavin will look to protect here against Dexter Scott, who's ready. Here's the 0-2. Caught him looking on the outside corner. Dexter Scott sets Gavin Knoll down on 3 straight pitches. Second out of the inning is Knoll. That is the first strikeout by Scott this evening. Top of the order now for the Warriors, Aiden McEntee. He lined to right his first time up. He's 0 for 1. In there from the left side is Aiden against Scott, the righty. First pitch is on the way, missed wide. 1-0 to McEntee. On the season, Aiden came into tonight at 222. Like I said, he's 0 for 1 with that line out to right. Looking to get something started here with 2 outs for the Warriors. Scott coming to him. Aiden took one on the inner half for a called strike. Scoreboard says 2-0. I believe it's 1-1. A wide pitch and a called strike. Yep. There, they got it right. Breaking ball, McEntee. A slight hitch froze him. It's 1-2 now. They got it backwards out there, 2-1. It's 1-2 to McEntee. Scott's ready, and the 1-2. Aiden swings through that one, maybe a slight foul tip into the batter's glove. He held on. Aiden goes down swinging. That's the third out of the inning. Leo Urach will lead off for the Warriors when they bat. The bottom of the fourth. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left for the Warriors. Each team is stranded 1. 10 pitches for Dexter Scott to get through the third. He's up to a game total of 31. So our score remains after 3 complete. Davis County with a 6-0 lead over the Warriors. Take a quick 30-second break in between innings here and come on back for the top of the fourth. It'll be 8-9-1. Sizemore, McCoy, and Schooley when we come back for Davis County. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball, streaming live on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel on the air at 92.7 KTWA, made possible by the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network. 6-0 Davis County as we go to the top of the fourth. Back with you after this 30-second break.
This is Milo Wells with Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. Our goal here is to go above and beyond your expectations for the role that a pharmacy can play in you and your family's health. Since we have opened here, many things have changed. We've added experienced staff, updated our facilities, added clinical services like strep throat test and treat, and free liquid medication flavoring. One thing that has not changed is the vision of providing our patients with access to the best pharmacy services anywhere in the state. We, like many of you, believe Southeast Iowa is an amazing place to live, and we will continue to be committed to improving the lives of our patients.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back with you for the top of the fourth. McEntee coming to Noah Sizemore. Swung through it, 0-1 the count to Sizemore. He's number 13, bats 8th in the order, the freshman third baseman, 117 into play tonight. He's 0 for, well, he's got a sac fly. Take that back, no official at bat. He flew to right, but it drove in a run. That pitch McEntee missed inside, so 1-1 to him. Sizemore with a sac fly and an RBI. Knoll made the put out there. That was in the second. Davis County leads 6-0. The 1-1 swung through by Sizemore. McEntee ahead of him now, 1-2. Aiden doing a good job in relief. 13 pitches. He's recorded 5 outs, I believe. The 1-2 from McEntee. Missed. Inside, skipped away from Simmons, but a ball to even the count at 2-2. Sizemore, a right-handed batter, playing third base for the Mustangs tonight. 117, his average. McEntee's 2-2 is on the way. Check swing, missed a little high. 3-2, close pitch. Full count now to Sizemore. Aiden ready, and the payoff is on the way. Foul back and to our right. We'll do it again from 3-2. McEntee, since he has come in, has pitched to his defense. 2 flyouts, 2 pop-outs, and a ground out. Full count to Sizemore. Let's see if he can get his first strikeout. Aiden ready. Another 3-2 is on the way. Foul tip into the mid of Simmons. He does get his first strikeout. The swinging variety. First out of the inning is Sizemore. Second strikeout by Warrior pitching tonight, brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop. And that's going to bring up number 14. Quinn McCoy bats ninth in the order. Senior right fielder. .250 for McCoy on the season. Second plate appearance, no official at bat. He was hit by a pitch and scored a run. McAtee's ready. Here comes the first offering. Missed high, did Aiden. And it's 1-0 to McCoy. So now, after Coral left the mound, it's Coral, McKinney, and Knoll left to right in the Warrior outfield. Next pitch, a soft chopper. Left the roll charge, hits off the heel of his glove, and I think he would have beat it anyway. That'll be a base hit, infield hit for Quinn McCoy. Give him an infield single, put him on at first with one out. That's the second hit only of the game for Davis County. The lineup turns over for number 8, Peyton Schooley, the freshman shortstop. On the season, .225 tonight. He has walked twice, scored 2 runs, has an RBI with that bases loaded walk. McAtee out of the stretch. His first offering missed. Low to Schooley. 1-0 the count. McCoy down there at first with one out after he beat out an infield hit. McAtee the slide step. Gets Schooley to swing through a pitch to even the count at 1-1. Coral started, went an inning and a third on 53 pitches. McAtee came in relief in the second. He's gone the rest of the way. 1-1. He'll check the runner, come to the plate. A sharp grounder through the hole between short and third. And Schooley has a one-out single to put runners at first and second with one out. Second hit of the inning, third of the game.
First baseman, Josh Settles.
So up next for Davis County with runners at first and second with one out is going to be number 4, Josh Settles. He's second in the order. Junior, first baseman, .313 for him. He's 1 for 2 on the night with a 2 RBI double, also a strikeout. Left-handed batter. McAtee will spin and throw behind the runner at second. Millard comes over. Oh, he dropped the ball. Would have been interesting to see what base ump Mike Plecker would have called on that one if he would have handled it cleanly. But he did not. I'm talking about Millard now. And the runner back. That's McCoy at second. Schooley at first. They've back-to-back hits there to put runners at first and second with one out. McAtee coming to the plate. Settles. Pop-up. Foul territory over to Leffler. Coach trying to get out of the way and does. Isaac will make the play. Throw it right back to McAtee on the infield. So, that's a big out. Their dangerous hitter Settles, the leading average guy, pops out to Leffler in foul territory just outside of the third base bag there. Second out of the inning, and that'll bring up the DH. In the third spot, number 26, Presley Cantrell, a senior. He bats for number 19, Victor Milder, an 8th grader who plays center field. Cantrell, that first pitch to him is low a ball. 1-0. He reached on an error and has a sac fly. He's 0 for 1 with that reached on an error, has an RBI. Right-handed batter against the lefty McAtee who's coming to him. That one missed inside, I guess. 2-0. Davis County runners remain at first and second, but now with 2 outs. They lead 6-0 as we play top of the 4th. McAtee checks the runner. Urach trying to keep him close. Aiden to the plate. Low and in, skips away from Simmons. The runner took a couple of steps and retreats to second. Count to Cantrell is 3-0. McAtee wants a new ball, and he'll get it. So 4 outs to be had for the Warrior defense at third, second, and first. If they can induce a ground ball here on the infield, tag the bag nearest you. And that would be the third out of the inning. But McAtee down in the count 3-0 to Cantrell. Here he comes. That one is a called strike, 3-1. A little bit of a delayed call here by or just a delayed strike call by Fenton, the home plate umpire. McAtee will eye the runner at second, and the 3-1 from Maiden. That one lined out into left, a base hit. Runner from second, here comes a throw from Coral. He's going to try to score. Throws up the line a little bit. He'll make it. That'll be a RBI single. Runner from first ends up at third. Score McCoy on the play. Give Cantrell an RBI single, and he's on at first here in the top of the 4th. So the Cantrell single scores 1 to make it 7-0. Davis County courtesy runner number 25 coming in for Cantrell. That's Hayden Bankson, a junior.
Pinch runner at first Number 25, Hayden Bankson.
Hayden Bankson, courtesy runner. He's a junior. He'll run for Cantrill at first after his RBI single. So you can courtesy run for the DH? You got to re-enter. That's a pinch, right? A pinch runner, actually. Not a courtesy runner. My mistake. Pinch runner. Courtesy runners for pitcher and catcher only. McAtee's ready. First pitch. Chopped foul, third base side to Max Taylor. 0-1 to count to him. So Davis County here with 3 hits in the inning. They've scored a run. No errors by the Warriors. Davis County was runners still at first and third with 2 out. 0-1 to Taylor. He's 0 for 1 with a sac fly and an RBI. That pitch from McAtee missed. 1-1 now the count to Taylor. Aiden eyes the runner at first, and he's coming to the plate. Fouled off right side towards the Warrior dugout. 1-2 now. That's the first run there charged to McAtee. 7-0, Davis County leads. Top of the fourth, 2 outs, first and third. McAtee's ready. Breaking ball. Missed inside. Runner from first will steal second. That's the pinch runner, Bankson, going down there. Count to the batter. Taylor is 2-2. The 2-2 for McAtee on the way. Missed high. Full up now, 3-2. Runners at second and third have their lead. Aiden, the windup and the pitch. Fouled off, right side out of play. And we'll have another payoff pitch. So Davis County, they got their first 6 runs with a lot of help from the Warriors on walks, wild pitches, hit batters, but this inning, a run on 3 hits. McAtee, that pitch popped up. Caden Simmons throws his mask to the left of home plate, and Caden will make the catch. Nice play there. Max Taylor, the third out, retired the side on the pop out to the catcher Simmons. Brett Prevost in the 5 spot will lead off for Davis County when they bat the top of the 5th. Davis County gets a run on 3 hits. There were no errors, and they end up leaving a couple. They've stranded 3 now. The Warriors have stranded 1. Got to get these totals. No errors, 2 left. 25 pitches for McAtee to get the Warriors through the 4th. He's up to a game total now of 38. So Davis County leads 7-0 after 3.5 now. Warriors coming to the plate in the bottom of the 4th. When we come back after this 30-second break, it'll be 2, 3, and 4. Yurok, Leffler, and Coral. Sounds like a bunch, and Warriors need them. Back with you after 30-second break. You're tuned in to Warrior Baseball. We are streaming live at Tummo Radio YouTube channel on the air, 92.7 KTWA, all made possible through the Tummo Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you for the bottom of the 4th after a quick 30-second break.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115 or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
First pitch to Leo Yurok in the top or bottom of the 4th, was high and in. 1-0 the count to Yurok. He's 0 for 1. The ground out to short. Scott, ready? Coming to him. That one a called strike. 1-1 down to Yurok, the Warriors' second baseman, a freshman, 220 on the year. Leo wears number 7. He's in there from the right side. Dexter Scott returns to the mound, low pitch count, and the next offering, breaking ball. Yurok chopped it foul, third base line. Touched in foul territory by Sizemore over there, and that'll be a strike. 1-2 now. Urach hustled it down to first. He was all the way past first base, and that's what you should do, not knowing whether that ball is going to end up fair or foul. Just taking him a minute to trot back, and home plate umpire Draven Fenton hands him his bat. So 1-2 to Urach, Warrior leadoff hitter here in the bottom of the fourth, trailing 7-0. Scott, the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Was it secured? They will throw it down to first to make sure they get the strikeout. And Urach, the first out of the inning on a swinging strikeout, unsecured third strike, will put it away. That's the second strikeout. Nope, check that. Third strikeout for Dexter Scott. And with one out, up next in third spot in the order is number 3, Isaac Leffler, senior third baseman. 448 coming in tonight. He's 0 for 1 with a pop out to the first baseman. Scott is ready. Here he comes. Breaking ball missed, low and away. Leffler was frustrated. I saw him out there at warm-ups after they in the next inning there after he popped out. So I think he's maybe looking for a little payback here. And the 1-0 took it high. Leffler ahead in the count 2-0. He was frustrated with that pop-out. Scott's ready. The wind-up in the 2-0. Isaac sends a hot one, fair, down the third base line, out into shallow left field. Isaac around first. He's going to turn and burn for second. Throw coming in. He'll slide in there headed first. Good speed by Isaac Leffler, and there's a one-out start for the Warriors here in the bottom of the fourth. Give Isaac a double. And that's the first hit for the Warriors tonight. First hit given up by Dexter Scott. And here's the cleanup man, number 9, Will Coral. Sophomore started on the mound, now playing left. He's 0 for 1 with a pop out to third. Leffler at second, pitch to Coral. Missed away, maybe a low. 1-0 to Will. Here's part of that duo, Coral and Millard, that I would really like to see going for the Warriors lineup to take off again. Scott out of the stretch, coming to Will. He'll line one out towards left and get down. Isaac going to move up from second to third, and there's a start. Just what I was talking about. Big hit for a confidence booster for Will Coral. Back-to-back hits, a double and a single, put runners at first and third for the Warriors with one out. Second hit in the inning. Second hit in the game given up by Scott against this Warrior lineup. And up next, the other man that I really want to see get going is batting in the fifth spot, number 2, Kinnick Millard, sophomore shortstop. He's 0 for 1, reached on an air. 203 into tonight. Coral was at 254. So now runners at first and third with one out. Warriors looking to get on the scoreboard. Millard, a right-handed batter. Scott, the righty, out of the stretch, coming to him. Kinnick popped up, right side, out of play. 0-1 to Millard. And, you know, I talk about him getting going. Coral and Millard, they know it just as well. And sometimes you start pressing. I mean, you get in a slump. That's a hard thing sometimes to deal with. Just got to relax. Take what the pitcher gives you. Go with the pitch. Just put a good swing on one and see what happens. Kinnick took a called strike. He's down in the count 0-2 now. But those kids, Coral and Millard, are sophomores. A big part of Warrior baseball here for the next few years. And you know they got it in them. They just both happen to be mired in slumps at the wrong time. Scott to Millard. Breaking ball. Landed away. Maybe a little low. But it's a ball. End result. 1-2 to Millard. He stays in there. First and third. One out. 1-2 count to Millard the batter. Warriors looking to tally their first run of the night. Trailing 7-zip as we play bottom of the fourth. Millard fouls another one off right side and out of play. We'll do it again from 1-2. 13 pitches here for Dexter Scott in the fourth. That's his longest inning of work on the night. He's had innings of 11, 10, and 10. So we started this inning with 31 game total pitches. He's up to 44 now after the 13. Number 14 to Millard's on the way. Ooh, high and in. Brushed him back. Millard back to even in the count at 2-2. Kinnick looking to drive one somewhere and let the Warrior runners take off. Leffler at third, Coral at first. Here comes a 2-2. Kinnick lines one past the third baseman out into left field. Isaac Leffler will score. Coral to second. And three big hits in a row. Leffler, Coral, and Millard tally a Warrior run. So score Isaac Leffler on the play. Move Will Coral to second. Kinnick Millard with an RBI single. He's on at first. Third hit of the inning. Warriors on the board. So here in the bottom of the fourth, the Millard single. First pitch to McKinney is a called strike. 0-1. McKinney, 0 for 1, a pop out to the second baseman, 268 for him. Left-handed batter. Missed away, a little high. On that next offering to him from Scott, it's 1-1. So the Millard single scores Leffler to make it 7-1 Davis County as we play. 2 on still for the Warriors, first and second with 1 out. They've tallied 1. McKinney sends a fly ball deep to right field, towards the corner. Right fielder back, he's under it, and he'll make the play. Warrior runner at second, Coral, he will tag in advance to third. Millard will stay put at first. McKinney is the second out of the inning on the fly out to McCoy out there in right. So now 2 on and 2 out. Warriors have scored 1 run on 3 consecutive hits. Up next is number 17, Caden Simmons in the 7th spot. Junior catcher. He's 0 for 1 of the fly to center. Simmons into play tonight, 333. Need another big hit here to get a runner from third. That's Coral home. Scott coming to him, missed down and away. 1-0 to Simmons. Warriors just got to chip away here. Can't get all 7 back on one swing. Got to chip away inning by inning, climb back into it. Scott to the plate. Simmons took a called strike. Count even at 1-1 to him. Warriors with a run on 3 hits here in the inning. The RBI was by Millard on a single. 7-1, Davis County leads with 2 out, bottom of the 4th. Breaking ball lands high and away. 2-1 to Simmons. That's the 21st pitch by Scott in this inning. He's up to 52 now, game total. 2-1 to Simmons. He looks at the runner at third, out of the stretch. Simmons follows that one back right at us here in the booth. 2-2. Will Coral, the Warrior runner at third base. Kinnick Millard, Warrior runner at first base with 2 outs. The 2-2 from Scott to Simmons, breaking ball, and it froze him. Simmons down, caught looking, 3rd out of the inning. Colton Kirkhart in the 8th spot will lead off for the Warriors when they bat in the bottom of the 5th. But the Warriors get 1 run on 3 hits. There were no errors. They end up leaving 2. Each team has stranded 3 now. 23 pitches for Scott to get through the 4th. It's up to a game total of 54. So we've played 4 now with our score. Davis County 7, Van Buren County 1. Top of the 5th coming at you. Davis County back to the plate. 5-6-7. Prevost, Scott, and Scott for the Mustangs. When we come back after this 30-second break, you're tuned into Warrior Baseball, streaming live at Tummo Radio. YouTube channel on the air at 92.7 KTWA. Made possible by the Tummo Radio Group Sports Network. Aiden McAtee back on the mound. More Warrior Baseball when we return after this 30-second break.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Tummo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back with you from the Ferguson Sports Complex on the west edge of Keosauqua, Perkins Field, the Kissling Press Box. Davis County going to bat in the top of the 5th. Here's Brett Prevost. First pitch from McAtee. Prevost sends a fly ball, shallow left center. McKinney in and to his right. Eli will make the play. Brett Prevost retired on 1 pitch on the fly out to McKinney in center. He's the first out of the inning. Prevost on the night is 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a run scored. Up next, 6th in the order is number 1, Dexter Scott, freshman pitcher. On the night, he's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Right-handed batter, McAtee the lefty. Out of the windup, he rocks and fires. Fastball missed, low and away. 1-0 to Dexter Scott. McAtee starting work in his 4th inning here. Aiden ready again. The 1-0 on the way. Fly ball, center field. McKinney sprinting in. He's there to make back-to-back Putouts. Scott, that's Dexter Scott, second out of the inning on the second fly ball in a row to McKinney. So 2 up, 2 down. Here's number 15, Duke Scott, bats seventh in the order, senior left fielder. 0-51 for him into play tonight. He's 0 for 1 with a grounder to short, also walked, scored a run. He'll bat from the right side. McAtee doing a nice job in relief of Coral. Aiden's ready. He'll kick and fire. A strike on the outer half to Duke Scott, 0-1 to count. McAtee is staring over the glove, has the one from Simmons. He winds and deals. Inside, he missed. And the count is even to Duke Scott at 1-1. Miller deep in the hole at short. Warrior outfield defense straight away, medium depth, pitch. Again missed inside. 2-1 now to the batter, Duke Scott. The left fielder for Davis County tonight. McAtee ready, and the 2-1 is on the way. Popped up, foul territory right side. Can anybody get over there and get it? No. Stays in play. Gavin Knoll couldn't get it, neither could Colton Kirkhart. Good hustle by the boys there. Home plate umpire saying that ball went outside the fence. I thought it stayed in. Maybe it skipped through or bounced over. I don't know. Anyways, it's a strike. 2-2. The count to the batter. McAtee's got a new baseball. Into the windup he goes. He'll kick and fire. Ooh, breaking ball. Missed his release point. Landed way outside. Full count now, 3-2 to the batter, Duke Scott. Davis County leads 7-1 as we play top of the fifth. Base is empty and 2 out. McAtee, the payoff. Pitch swung on, popped up. Left side, out of play. And we'll do it again from 3-2. McAtee started this inning with 38 game total pitches in relief. He's got 9. He's up to 47. Probably be his last inning of work here. We expect him to get the start over in Moravia against Pekin, I would think, on Saturday. He's ready. Here he comes. Oh, he missed low. And in the dirt. So, a 2-out walk for Duke Scott. And Davis County gets a 2-out base runner. First walk issued by McAtee. 5th walk issued by Warrior pitching tonight. McAtee's given up 2 hits, walked 1, struck out 1, given up 1 run. And up next is Noah Sizemore. McAtee out of the stretch and to the plate. Missed away. 1-0 to Sizemore, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He also has a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Sizemore, third baseman, 117 into play tonight. 8th in the order. McAtee coming to him. There goes the runner. Swung on. A nice bouncer to Leffler at third. He's got it. He'll go over to first to Kirkhart. And they will retire Sizemore 5-3 on that putout. Third out of the inning to retire the side. Quinn McCoy in the 9th spot. A lead off when Davis County bats top of the 6th. So they get no runs on no hits. There were no errors. They leave 1 on the walk to Duke Scott. So they have stranded 4. The Warriors have stranded 3. 12 pitches for McAtee to get through the 5th. He's got a game total of 50. I would bet that would probably be it for him. Like I said, we expect him to start probably in the district game on Saturday. So after, 4.5 are complete. The score remains Davis County 7, Van Buren County 1. Take a quick 30-second break and be back for the bottom of the 5th. 8-9-1. Kirkhart, Knoll, and McAtee coming up for the Warriors. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball. We're streaming live, Temple Radio YouTube channel, and on the air, 92.7 KTWA. Back with the bottom of the 5th after a quick 30-second break.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissam. Spring sports season, senior awards, start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here at Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
First pitch to Colton Kirkhart was swung on and popped up and over us for a strike. 0-1. Kirkhart is 0 for 1 with a grounder to third. Scott coming to him, breaking ball. Kirkhart fouled it off right side. Quickly 0-2 to Colton. He wears number 25, bats 8th in the order, the junior first baseman. Doing a good job over at first tonight. Just got to get that bat going. Kirkhart 111 coming into play tonight. Missed some time as he was gone away from the team for a little bit, but he's back now. Playing first with chopped foul third base side over by head coach Shane Bagley. He'll retrieve it. 0-2. Count will remain. And Kirkhart not away from the team for trouble or anything. He went to Iowa Boys State. Good chance for some leadership skills to be learned there. So he's back with the team now. Kid's got a lot of stuff going on in the summer. They do these days. So he's going to play first with Isaiah Meek going to the National Guard. And Kirkhart gets caught looking. Backwards K there for Scott against Kirkhart to lead off the Warriors. Bottom of the fifth. First out of the inning. That is the fourth. Fourth strikeout by Dexter Scott. That'll bring up number 4, Gavin Knoll, junior right fielder. He's 0 for 1 with a caught looking. In there from the right side, Knoll, 143 on the year. Scott out of the windup, coming to Knoll. That one is a called strike. Outer half, 0-1 to Knoll. Good to see Coral and Millard get hits and drive in a run there, though, in that last inning. Breaking ball fooled him. Swung through by Knoll. It's quickly 0-2. That's a part of the lineup that the Warriors really need to get going, and it did tonight in the fourth inning if they want to advance in district play. The 0-2 to Gavin. Breaking ball. Had the knees bend in there a little bit, brushed him back, then it broke back over the plate. He's caught looking for the second time. Second out of the inning, top of the order for Aiden McAtee now. That's the fifth strikeout by Scott against Warrior batters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Making sure I'm right on that. So McAtee's up there now, 0 for 2 for Aiden. Into play tonight, 222. McAtee swings and sends a fly ball, shallow center, second baseman back, Prevost, and he'll make the play. So a quick inning there. Warriors are retired 1, 2, 3. That McAtee, the third out of the inning. Leo Urach will lead off when the Warriors bat bottom of the sixth. They're retired 1, 2, 3. You know what that means? No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. 8 pitches. That helps the pitch count for Scott. 8 pitches in the fifth. He started with 54. He's up to 62 game pitch total. After 5 complete, score remains Davis County 7, Van Buren County 1. Top of the sixth, Davis County to the plate. That's coming at you. It'll be 9-1-2. McCoy, Schooley settles when Davis County bats after this 30-second break. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball. We're streaming live on the Atomo Radio YouTube channel and on the air at your home for today's hits and yesterday's favorites, 92.7 KTWA and Atomo Radio Sports Group Station. Back with you for the top of the sixth after another quick 30-second break.
I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114 because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. I'm Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114 or visit us on Facebook at I'm Missouri Seed.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atomo Radio Group Sports Network.
Back with you for the top of the sixth. It's pitching change brought to you by Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Both of them so far in the game. It's Aiden Cooper out there. It is number 8. So Cooper in to pitch. Close the book on McAtee. McAtee goes 3 2/3. He pitched well, gives up 2 hits, a walk, a strikeout, gave up 1 run on 50 game total pitches. So it's Coral started, McAtee in relief, and now Aiden Cooper. And we can set him up when I get a second here. Cooper going to face number 14, Quinn McCoy. 9th in the order, senior right fielder. McCoy at 250, right-handed batter, and Cooper's coming to him. Missed low. The first pitch. 1-0. McCoy is 1 for 1 with a single, 2-run scored, also hit by a pitch. And the next offering is ball 2. 2-0 to McCoy. Cooper on the year. What has he done? He's number 8, a junior pitcher / infielder, pitched in 3 games, started them all. 1-1 record. He's ready again. We'll finish that up. Missed away. No, it's a called strike on the delayed strike call. He fooled me again. It's 2-1 now. Cooper, 1-1 record without a save. 10 in the third innings pitched. That one fouled off at home plate to make it 2-2. See if we can finish this up here. 195 total pitches, 61 official at bats against him with a 180 average. Given up 11 hits, 15 runs, 14 of those earned, 4 walks, 7 hit batters, 8 strikeouts, and 9.48 ERA for Aiden Cooper. Pitching change brought to you by Pilot Grove Savings Bank. Out of the windup, Cooper ready. Here he comes. Ooh, fouled off the fists of the batter to the right side. Ouch. Must have been right above his hands on the bat. We'll do it again from 2-2. McCoy, Schooley, and Settles. The 3-2 up for Davis County here. They lead 7-1 as we play top of 6. And Cooper gets a strikeout. Swinging variety of Quinn McCoy. First out of the inning. That is the 3rd strikeout by Warrior pitching tonight. Brought to you by Dowd's Quick Stop. Top of the order now for the Mustangs. Number 8 is Peyton Schooley, freshman shortstop. He's 1 for 1. He has a single. Also walked twice, scored 2 runs, has an RBI on a bases loaded walk. Cooper missed away on a fastball. 1-0 to Schooley. 2:25 into tonight. Right-handed batter. Cooper the righty. And that pitch is bounced. 2 bounces to third. Leffler has it. Throw to Kirkhart. Warriors retire the leadoff man in the order, Peyton Schooley. That'll go 5-3 on the putout if you score along with us at home. Second out of the inning. So, base is empty with 2 out. For number 4, second in the order, it's Josh Settles, the junior first baseman. Tonight, he is 1 for 3 with a 2 RBI double. Also a strikeout and a pop out to third. He'll be in there from the right side. 313 on, or the left side, 313 on the year. Cooper's first offering to him is ball 1 to Settles. 1-0 the count to the batter. Aiden Cooper ready again. He'll rock and fire. Check swing, and I think he went. What's the call? By the home plate umpire. Did he go? Safe? He did not go. Boy, he looked like he went, didn't it? 2-0, the count. Okay. Check swing he held. The 2-0. Low and in. 3-0. Man, I thought I had a pretty good look at that one. It looked like that would have been a check swing for a strike, but it's 3-0 to Settles. Cooper's ready. He winds and deals. That one is over the plate. Trying to climb back into the count as Aiden Cooper. It's 3-1 now to Settles. Their leading average hitter at 313. 1 for 3 on the night. 313 into play. Cooper ready, the 3-1. Swung on, popped up. Left side in foul territory. Isaac Leffler over to give it a look. Oh, it comes back into play. He overran it right up against the fence. Maybe just to see where it was, and he comes back a step or two into play and makes a catch falling backwards. So, nice play. A nice play by Leffler over there along the fence. Third base side in foul territory. Settles retired third out of the inning. That'll retire the side and the pop out to Leffler at third. When Davis County bats in the top of the 7th, it'll be 3, 4, and 5. Cantrill, Taylor, and Prevost. 13 pitches for Cooper to get the Warriors through the 6th inning. Davis County is retired 1, 2, 3 in order, so nothing across. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. They've stranded 4. The Warriors have stranded 3. 13 pitches for Cooper to get him through, so we've played 5.5. Warriors coming to the bat in the bottom of the 6th. After this quick 30-second break, the score remains Davis County 7, Van Buren County 1. Back with the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Urach, Leffler, and Coral coming up to bat for the Warriors. When we return from a quick 30-second break, you're tuned into Warrior Baseball. We're streaming live at Tummo Radio YouTube channel and on the air at 92.7 KTWA. Back with you for the bottom of the sixth after this quick 30-second break.
At Smithburg Automotive, driving adventures allow you to explore comfortably, safely, and in every aspect of your summer vacation. Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield, schedule your vehicle's trip check today. Call 641-472-2454, 641-472-2454.
Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Get your trip check scheduled today. Call 641-472-2454. That's 641-472-2454.
First pitch of the bottom of the sixth is high and in to Leo Urach for ball one. So far on the night, Urach is 0 for 2 on the season, 220 for Leo. Scott missed away on a fastball. 2-0 to Urach. Scott started the inning with 62 pitches. He's got 64 now. Here's number 3 of the inning. That one is over for a called strike, 2-1. Leadoff man on here would be great. Start a rally down 6, 7-1. Davis County leads, bottom of the 6th. Scott to Urach. Breaking ball landed away, gets by the catcher. In the dirt a little bit. Leffler out of the on-deck spot to clean that one up. 3-1. The count now to Leo Urach. Dexter Scott is ready. Out of the windup, he'll wind and deal. He missed high. Urach draws a leadoff walk. There's a start. So the leadoff man on. That's the first walk of the night issued by Scott. Good job on the command by him tonight. And up next for the Warriors is number 3, Isaac Leffler, the senior third baseman. He's got a double, scored a run. He is 1 for 2. Also popped out to the first baseman in foul territory. Isaac swings on that one. A pop-up in foul territory, caught by Sizemore. Isaac's not going to be happy with himself on that at-bat on one pitch. He's the first out of the inning, pops out to Sizemore at third. So after that leadoff walk, the Warriors can't continue the rally. Davis County gets the first out. 1 on, 1 out for number 9, Will Coral, the cleanup man. Sophomore left fielder. It's 1 for 2. The single and a pop-out. Check him at first. Urach is back. Coral into play tonight was at 254. Started on the mound, now playing left field. Need that bat of his to keep going. And Kinnick Millard, so important to the Warrior lineup. Scott out of the stretch coming to him. Will sends a deep drive to right field. Right fielder back, still going back. It's on a bounce up against the fence. Coral cruising into second with a double. Urach on his horse, will slide into third, gets by, and up against the fence. He'll sprint for home. Here comes the throw. Mishandled by the catcher. Coral will go to third on the throw. So give Will Coral a double. And Urach scores on the E4 on the throw. E4, yeah. On the relay, Urach scores. So far a run on a hit and an error. Will Coral goes to third on the throw home. They don't get Urach. It couldn't be handled by the catcher. Here's Kinnick Millard. Scott, a strike called on the outer half. 0-1 to count to Millard. Number 2, 5th in the order. Sophomore shortstop. He's 1 for 2 with a single RBI reached on an error. He lines that pitch out into left. It's going to score Coral. Second RBI of the night for Millard. RBI single will score Will Coral, put Kinnick Millard on at first. Here in the bottom of the 6th, Warriors have got 2. Millard with an RBI single scores 1 to make it 7-3. McKinney in there now. Scott coming to him, behind him. Millard will take off and go to second on the wild pitch. First wild pitch of the night by Scott. So in the inning, the Warriors have scored a couple on 2 hits. There was an error. Runner at second with one out in the pitch. McKinney, a grounder, back up through the middle into center field, a base hit. The runner from second coming home, throw home short of the plate. Runner McKinney will go from first to second on the throw home. Give Eli McKinney an RBI single. Go to second on the throw home. Score Kinnick Millard on the play. And it's 7-4. So that is the third hit. Warriors have scored 3 in the inning on 3 hits. And maybe a pitching change coming here. We'll have to see. So the McKinney RBI single scores that last Warrior run to make it 7-4. And I got to go back to that first one. That was on the, let's see, the Coral double with a throwing error. Writing this down in my scoring summary here, hang with me. Throwing error, E4 we'll put it, allows the runner to go to third and then come home. That made it 7-2. Davis County with the lead. They've still got the lead at 7-4. No change, just a discussion. 11 pitches here in a messiest inning of the night for Davis County and Dexter Scott. McKinney now on the night is 1 for 3 with that RBI single. Here's number 17, Caden Simmons, a junior catcher, 0 for 2 on the night. First pitch to him, misses, down and away, 1-0. Simmons into play tonight, it's 3:33. McKinney's out there at second in scoring position with 1 out. Scott to the plate, breaking ball. Oh, Simmons swung over the top of it, had him fooled. Count is 1-1 now to Simmons. So the Coral double and the throwing error in the second baseman allows Urach to get to third and then score, and then a Millard McKinney RBI singles. That's the way the Warriors have scored 3. It's 7-4. Simmons with a bouncer to second. McKinney moves up from second to third. They'll retire Simmons 4-3 on the putout at first. That is the second out of the inning with the runner McKinney moving up from second to third. 7-4, Davis County leads by 3. For number 25, Colton Kirkhart, bats 8th in the order, junior first baseman. He's 0 for 2, 111 on the season coming into play tonight. Kirkhart, the right-handed batter against Scott out of the windup. Breaking ball lands on the delayed strike call by the home plate umpire, 0-1 to Kirkhart. Need a big hit here. Runner at third with 2 outs for the Warriors. Let's see if Kirkhart's got one in him. Scott, ready? He's coming to him. Breaking ball. And that one landed. Quickly 0-2 to Kirkhart. Warriors have scored 3 in the inning on 3 hits. There has been an error to help out as well. McKinney at third. Could use a wild pitch. We'll take it any way we can get it. Scott ready. The 0-2. Shot the outer half just off of it for a ball. 1-2. That was a good pitch. Pitcher's pitch. Not much you can do with that one. Kirkhart took it for a ball. Scott's ready again. He winds and deals on a 1-2. Breaking ball. Oh, and Kirkhart swung through it. Good breaking ball by Scott. Fooled him. And Kirkhart down on strikes. Third out of the inning. Gavin Knoll lead off for the Warriors when they bat in the bottom of the 7th. But the Warriors get 3 on 3 hits. There was an error, and they end up leaving 1 on base. So they've now stranded 4 along with Davis County. 18 pitches for Scott to get Davis County through the 6th. He's up to a game total of 80 now. So we played 6. It's 7-4. Davis County with a 3-run lead. As we go to the top of the 7th for Davis County, it'll be 3, 4, and 5. Cantrell, Taylor, and Prevost due up for them. When we come back from a quick 30-second break, you're tuned into Warrior Baseball with Davis County leading 7-4 as we go to the top of the 7th. We're streaming live on the Atumwa Radio YouTube channel, and we're on the air at 92.7 KTWA. Back with you for the top of the 7th after one more quick 30-second break.
Tiffany here. The best things in life are a nice spring day, a tasty treat, and a great deal. That's right, a great deal. So why not swing by Dowd's Quick Stop? Savor our barbecue chicken pizza or classic cheeseburger and fries combo. Craving something sweet? Our ice cream is on and is the best around. Dive into our spring fun with our specialty pizza starting at $17.99. Visit us today in Dowd's and follow us on Facebook at Dowd's Quick Stop for more delicious deals. Stop by for a quick taste of spring.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Here's Presley Cantrill, takes the first pitch from Aiden Cooper for a called strike on the outer half of the plate, 0-1. To number 26, he's a senior DH. Tonight, he's 1 for 2. That one missed away, 1-1. Cantrill has reached on an error, sacrifice fly with an RBI. No official at bat there. He's got a single with an RBI, so he's 1 for 2. He sends that one popped up. On the infield, Urach in on the grass. He's under it, making the call, and he'll squeeze it. A little shaky, but he made the play, and he'll flip it to Kinnick Miller to throw it around. So Cantrill pops out to Urach, the second baseman, first out of the inning, keeping that leadoff man off base. So important. Cantrill now is 1 for 3. Up next is number 16, the cleanup man, Max Taylor, freshman, doing the catching. First pitch to him is a called strike 1. 0-1 to Taylor. He's got a RBI on a sacrifice fly. Other than that, he is 0 for 2 with that sacrifice. Took a fastball high from Cooper, who's back out on the mound, a second inning of work. 1-1 now to Taylor, the batter. 7-4, Davis County leads by 3 as we play with 1 out, top of the 7th. Cooper swing and a miss against Taylor, 1-2. Is it just me, or does it seem like Cooper's velocity a little bit better than we normally see tonight? Seems like it is. Aiden ready, here he comes. Missed away. 2-2. Maybe just one of those nights, it's pretty humid. It's humid up here in the press box, the Kissling press box, so easy to get loosened up. Maybe that's helping the pitchers tonight. Aiden ready again onto the windup, and the 2-2 on the way. Grounded on a couple bounces to Millard. He'll pick at short and throw over to Kirkhart. Oh, off the bag. Colton couldn't handle it. Tried to good backup by Caden Simmons down there, keeping the runner at first. That'll be an E6. Play that should have been made. Number 11, courtesy runner for the catcher, is Hudson Humphrey, a freshman. He will
Hudson Humphrey, the
courtesy run for the catcher.
courtesy runner for the catcher at first base.
So on the E6, Taylor reaches, now being courtesy run for. Second error of the night, and on the pitch, a throw down to second. And they get him. What was the call on the pitch? Ball. I missed it. Excuse me, trying to write something down in the scorebook. 1-0 to Prevost. And courtesy runner Humphrey tried to run right away. Did Urach make that play or Kinnick? Anyways, second out of the inning on the caught stealing. 1-0 to the batter. Prevost. A little bit low on a fastball. 2-0 to the batter, Prevost. Cooper ready, here he comes. Swung on and popped up. Right on the edge of the infield, Urach will make the play. So on that runner getting caught stealing, we'll put a 2-6 on that one. Second out of the inning, and then Prevost pops out to Urach at second for the third out of the inning. So they're at the sixth spot in the order if we play extras. Davis County, top of the 7th. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and nobody left. So we've played, 11 pitches for Cooper to get through that 7th inning. He's up to a game total of 24. We've played 6.5. The score remains Davis County 7, Van Buren County 4. Last ups for the Warriors, it'll be 9-1-2. Noel, McAtee, and Urach when we come back after this 30-second break for that bottom of the 7th inning. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball streaming live on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel and on the air at 92.7 KTWA. All made possible through the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you in 30 seconds.
Hi, this is Amanda Manning Morris. Farmers and ranchers, we know your work is the backbone of our community. At First Iowa State Bank of Keosauqua, we're proud to offer ag lending solutions tailored to your needs. Whether it's land, equipment, or operational expenses, we've got the tools to help your operation grow. With competitive rates, flexible terms, and local experts who understand agriculture, we're here to support you every step of the way. Partner with a bank that knows the land and stands by its people. First Iowa State Bank, your ag lending partner. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Back with you for the bottom of the seventh. Gavin Knoll, the leadoff man here, took a breaking ball for a called strike. Scott has really started to go to that breaking ball here. There's another one missed low and in. 1-1 to Knoll. Scott is ready. He's working out of the windup. Ooh, and his fastball. Knoll swung through it. 1-2 now. He's got 5 strikeouts on the night. I'll have to make, I think he's got more than that. I missed one. 6. Swing and a miss by Knoll on a heater. He goes down swinging for the 3rd time tonight. Getting Knowles 0 for 3, first out of the inning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's 7, 8 strikeouts now for Scott. So I'm a little behind. Top of the order now for Aiden McEntee. Scott, this is not McEntee. This is Cooper. Strike on him, 0-1. Cooper, a junior, on the mound now. He fouls one off first base side. Quickly 0-2. So McEntee taken out of the game, and then 8, Aiden Cooper into his spot in the order. Cooper on the air, I believe he's looking for his first hit. The 0-1, Oni reached and swung. That was the 0-2. Reached and swung through that one, went fishing, and he strikes out on 3 pitches. Swinging, strikeout, second out of the inning. That is the 9th strikeout by Dexter Scott, the freshman. Holding the Warriors lineup in check tonight, just giving up those 4 runs. Pitch count 7, he's at 87. And maybe watching, yeah, he's right, he's got, he's a freshman, so, what's that? Yeah. Just watching the pitch count, I think with that freshman, they're going to bring in number 24 to try to finish up this one. That is Brett Prevost coming in from his second base spot, going to the mound. And I think Scott looks like he went and got his infielder glove, and looks like he'll probably just switch with Prevost. So Scott off the mound will probably go play second, I'm going to guess. Yeah, 87 on the night pitch-wise for Dexter Scott. He ends up going 6 2/3. In to pitch now is number 24, Brett Prevost. See if we can set him up on the year. He's number 24, senior pitcher, utility player, pitched in 4 games, started 1, 0-1 record without a save. 7 1/3 innings pitched, 147 total pitches, 36 official at-bats against him with a .333 average. Giving up 12 hits, 12 runs, 9 of those earned, 5 walks, 3 hit batters, 7 strikeouts, 8.59 ERA. And that pitching change brought to you by Pilot Grove Savings Bank. All the innings tonight, 1 through 7, brought to you by Smithburg Automotive. We'll get to the rest of the sponsors in the postgame show. So, base is empty with 2 out. Warriors down to their last out. Here's number 7, Leo Urach, freshman second baseman. He is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. First pitch to him from Prevost is ball 1. Base is empty with 2 out. Warriors trail 7-4. They're down 3 here in the bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. Prevost working out of the windup. He's coming to Urach. That one a called strike. 1-1. Scott goes 6 2/3. We'll get the line on him momentarily, probably in the post-game show. Prevost ready? Missed high. Count 2-1 to Urach now. He'll look in and get the sign from Taylor, his catcher. The 2-1. He winds and deals. Missed. A little bit off outer edge on a breaking ball. The umpire says 3-1. Excuse me. Urach looking to get something started for the Warriors with 2 outs here. They need some couple of base runners to have a chance. The 3-1 from Prevost to Urach. Swing and a miss. Full count now at 3-2. So Prevost trying to fight his way back into this count. Deficit the same. Warriors lost 4-1 by 3 runs to Davis County back at the Varsity Classic towards the end of May. The 3-2 from Prevost to Urach. And it's a called strike 3. Urach gets caught looking. And that is the 3rd out of the inning to retire the side. Game ends tonight at 9:20 p.m. Prevost gets a strikeout going 1/3 of an inning. That's the 10th strikeout of the night by Davis County pitching. 6 pitches for Prevost to get through the 7th. They have a game total of 13 pitches in that inning between 2 pitchers. So it's a final now. Davis County wins it by a score of 7-4. And that'll take us to the Warrior Baseball postgame show, brought to you by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, county-wide. We'll take a 3-minute break just because I need some time to add up the totals and summaries for you. We'll come back and talk about it. Hopefully have a couple of interviews for you as we finish up the regular season here at the Ferguson Sports Complex. More in the postgame show still to come. Lots more. We'll take this first 3-minute break and then come back and start the Warrior Baseball postgame show, sponsored by the Van Buren County Community School District. Davis County wins it by a score of 7-4. Back with you for the postgame show right here. Warrior Baseball is streaming on the Tummo Radio YouTube channel. We're also on the air at 92.7 KTWA. All that made possible through the Tummo Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you to start the postgame show after this 3-minute break.
Tugboat Transportation of Bonaparte is a proud supporter of the Van Buren Warriors. Tugboat Transportation is located on 1st Street in Bonaparte, in scenic Van Buren County. Tugboat Transportation is a trucking business offering trucking services, motor freight, and self-storage. For more information, contact Mark with Tugboat Transportation at 319-592-3199. That's 319-592-3199. Tugboat Transportation of Bonaparte. That's Tugboat Transportation of Bonaparte.
Whether you're building your dream home, expanding the family farm, or just need a little help getting started, Pilot Grove Savings Bank is here for you. Our experienced lending team offers personalized service with competitive rates, because we live here too, and we know what matters. Pilot Grove Savings Bank. We make your goals our priority. Visit us at pilotgrovesavingsbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. As the hay and pasture seeding season wraps up, it's time to start thinking about summer annuals and cover crops after wheat. When you're looking to improve your farm profit or grazing efficiency, call me, Ryan, at 319-293-3114, because you're not just buying seed, you're gaining a partner committed to quality and exceptional service for farmers. Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua, your dedicated seed expert. Let me help you grow your success. That number again is 319-293-3114, or visit us on Facebook at Iowa Missouri Seed.
This is Van Buren County Superintendent Jeremy Hissam. Spring sports season, senior awards, the start of summer sports, end of year banquets, and graduation have us all full of energy, and there's definitely a buzz in the air. We want to send best wishes to all students who are graduating or moving to another school next year, as well as to any staff member retiring or moving to a new chapter in life. New chapters are always exciting times because you get to choose how they are written. We wish you the best. Here in Van Buren County, we have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide.
Are you thinking about or ready to build that home or shop or deck that you've been dreaming about? Come see us at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center in Dowd's, and we will transform your dreams into reality. By using our 3D computer-aided design system, you can see and walk through your dream project. After your project is designed, we can generate a detailed material list to see if it fits within your budget. Contact Mike or Josh at Dowd's Lumber and Home Center to get your project started today. 641-936-7115, or check us out at dowdslumber.com.
This is Jeremy with Cranston Family Funeral Home. I want to take a moment and say thank you, not for choosing our funeral home, although we're deeply honored when you do, but for showing up for your neighbors, for supporting small businesses, for standing in line at visitations and hugging people you maybe haven't seen in years. That is what makes our communities feel like home. At Cranston Family Funeral Home, we don't believe in flashy promises. We believe in showing up quietly, respectfully, and doing the work that matters when it matters most. So from our family to yours, thank you. We see you, we are grateful for you, and we'll be here when you need us.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
Alrighty, back with you from the Ferguson Sports Complex here in Keosauqua, Iowa. Perkins Field, the Kissling Press Box, where we've just completed boys high school varsity baseball for you on the evening. Non-conference action, the Davis County Mustangs get a 7-4 win over our very own Van Buren County Warriors. Let's go over the totals for you. Davis County, 7 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors. They strand 4. For the Warriors, 4 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. They strand 4 also. A better job in the left-on-base department tonight. It took an hour and 45 minutes to go the full 7 innings. In this one, winning pitcher Dexter Scott, losing pitcher was Will Coral. Let's go through the scoring summary here for you. Top of the first, it was a Taylor sac fly to give Davis County a 1-0 lead. Stayed that way through 1 inning, and on top of the second, Davis County added to that. A Sizemore sac fly made it 2-0 Mustangs. A Schooley walk with the bases loaded made it 3-0 Davis County. As Settles' 2 RBI double made it 5-0 Mustangs. And finally, a Cantrell sac fly scored the final run of that inning to make it 6-0 Davis County. They tallied 5 in a messy second inning for the Warriors to lead at 6-0 after an inning and a half. But the Warrior defense would settle down, giving up just 1 the rest of the way. That was in the top of the fourth. A Cantrell single scored their final run. They had a 7-0 lead at one point through 3.5. But in the bottom of the fourth, the Warriors would get on the board. A Millard single scored the Warriors' first run of the night to make it 7-1. Davis County, after 4 innings, were complete. The Warriors tallied 3. In the bottom of the sixth, that part of the order that I've been talking about finally got going here tonight. A Will Coral double with a throwing error, E4, scored a run. That was Urach around to score 7-2 Davis County. And then a Millard RBI single and a McKinney RBI single. Each scored a run to make it 7-3 and 7-4. And the Warrior offense was starting to click, but it was too little too late, as Davis County would it would be enough. That 3-run deficit, the Warriors couldn't overcome it there after 6, and they lose it by a score of 7-4. So hopefully we'll have some interviews coming at you here in a minute. We will take a, that's the totals and the summaries. We'll take a, let's see if they're still talking. They're still talking over there on the right field line. Let's take a 2-minute break and then come back, and hopefully we'll have Shane Bagley and maybe a couple of players to interview in the Warrior Baseball postgame show. Sponsored by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal: be a great school for all kids, Warrior Pride countywide. 2-minute break, and then we'll have some interviews for you, hopefully. If not, we'll wrap it up. We'll get to all of our closing stuff. All that and more still to come in the Warrior Baseball postgame show, brought to you by the Van Buren County Community School District. Back with you in 2 minutes. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball right here on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
At Smithburg Automotive, driving adventures allow you to explore comfortably, safely, and in every aspect of your summer vacation. Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Schedule your vehicle's trip check today. Call 641-472-2454, 641-472-2454.
Smithburg Automotive in Fairfield. Get your trip check scheduled today. Call 641-472-2454. That's 641-472-2454.
Van Buren County Hospital is a proud supporter of Van Buren County Community School District Athletics. The contributions you make to your team, your school, and your community are appreciated and valued by all of us at Van Buren County Hospital. We want to wish you a successful sports season, and we'll be cheering for you every step of the way. Go Warriors! For all of your healthcare needs, Van Buren County Hospital is here for you. Find us online at vbch.org.
Stephanie here. The best things in life are a nice spring day, a tasty treat, and a great deal. That's right, a great deal. So why not swing by Dowd's Quick Stop? Savor our barbecue chicken pizza or classic cheeseburger and fries combo. Craving something sweet? Our ice cream is on and is the best around. Dive into our spring fun with our specialty pizza starting at $17.99. Visit us today in Dowd's and follow us on Facebook at Dowd's Quick Stop for more delicious deals. Stop by for a quick taste of spring.
This is Milo Wells with Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. Our goal here is to go above and beyond your expectations for the role that a pharmacy can play in you and your family's health. Since we have opened here, many things have changed. We've added experienced staff, updated our facilities, added clinical services like strep throat test and treat, and free liquid medication flavoring. One thing that has not changed is the vision of providing our patients with access to the best pharmacy services anywhere in the state. We, like many of you, believe Southeast Iowa is an amazing place to live, and we will continue to be committed to improving the lives of our patients.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, back with you from the Ferguson Sports Complex here in Keosauqua, Iowa, where we just witnessed Davis County Mustangs getting a 7-4 win over the Van Buren County Warriors tonight in boys high school varsity baseball action, non-conference action. Rival school, though, to the west. That was the way we're going to finish up the regular season here at home, and we'll continue the Warrior Baseball post-game show brought to you by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal, be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride countywide. And those of you tuned in on YouTube, you can see we've got head coach Shane Begley with us, and also Aiden Cooper here in the post-game show for our interviewees tonight. First of all, guys, thanks for giving us the time, stopping by and coming up to chat with us here in the post-game show. Aiden, I'm going to start with you. I missed you. You were away from the team for a little bit. Man, it sure is good to see you back tonight out there on the mound. You're outing tonight in relief, a couple of really strong innings. You retired, I think, 5 of the 6 that you faced. That one guy reached on an error, but they quickly retired him, threw him out at second. Simmons to, I think it was Millard out there who made the catch. Looked like you had your good stuff tonight. I noticed, I commented here in the booth, your velocity, I don't know if you felt it or maybe I just am seeing things, but a humid night, easy to get loosened up. Did you feel like your velocity was really good tonight out there on the mound?
Yeah, I felt really good.
Yeah?
I didn't really know what to expect coming into it. I kind of just came in, wanted to do damage to the zone.
Sure.
I mean, definitely did it.
You did?
Couldn't touch it.
Yeah.
It was good.
That was, I mean, really exciting. Anytime a coach puts in a relief pitcher, you started an inning, so you didn't really have to get them out of a jam, I think, but you don't want to get your team any more trouble, especially when you guys were facing a little bit of a deficit there on the scoreboard. So, man, congratulations to you. I really want to commend you on a fine job in relief coming in there on the mound for your team. So, congratulations, Aiden.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was my first time closing.
Uh-huh.
I usually start.
Sure.
That felt good.
When I went through your pitching line, I noticed you had pitched in, 3 or 4 games this year, and you had started them all, I think. So showing your coach some versatility that you can come in and, pitch in a relief role. I mean, that's got to be one nice to see, and always nice to have another kid back, right, who can go out on the mound and throw.
I've been missing this arm. Man,
for
eight
sure.
games in 9 days, and, the last week and a half,
Yeah.
and I'm like, when's Cooper getting back from Florida? I mean,
exactly.
Geez. But, I'll tell you, we had the decision, McEntee, we wanted to keep him under 60. We're trying to set everything up for Saturday.
That's what we figured. Get him a little work.
See some different arms, and, me and Bryson kind of talked about it. Do we let McEntee throw into the next inning? And we both decided, no, let's give Cooper a clean inning and let him do his thing.
Yeah, well, Coach, I couldn't agree with you more. I think that was the time to pull Aiden McEntee, talking about now, from the game, leave his pitch count where it was, get him some work. He was sharp in relief of Will Coral. So I want to commend the other Aiden, along with Aiden Cooper, Aiden McEntee. The two Aidens doing a really good job on the mound tonight for the Warriors. So one other thing that for sure I wanted to talk to you about. The middle of your order, I mentioned it in the game, and I said, man, I love these kids, but I have to talk about this stat. It was been the struggles of Coral and Millard at the plate. I went all the way back, and I 4 for 42 since the Louisa Muscatine game. We both know, because we're baseball guys, and it's a game of stats. We know that part of the order has to do better for the Warrior offense to be successful. And you know what? I talked about it tonight. I'm glad I did, because you know what those kids did? They went and showed me up.
Yeah, they
did. If you look at it, they each had 2 hits and an RBI for Kinnick. So, Coral and Millard coming up huge there. You had 6 hits total tonight, 4 of them between those two guys. I just want to talk about get you to talk about the confidence that can be huge for, right? Both of those kids have success at the plate tonight at the time when you need it most, because we're going to a do-or-die situation with the district play on Saturday. How big is that for those two guys?
It's huge, and you keep looking back, and they were in a little bit of a slump, but you don't lose confidence in them. You leave them where they're at in the lineup because it's going to break out, and obviously with Isaiah leaving us, we had to actually move him up. So
right.
I leapfrogged him. I went Will first, and then Kinnick. But
because they were 5 and 6, you had to move them up to 4 and 5 because Isaiah. We all know what he's doing for our country. So you have to deal with a spot in the lineup there and make a change.
Yeah, and I mean it's gonna happen. They're gonna break out of it, and I guess they both decided to do it on the same night. And it's good to see. Like you said, we're getting into crunch time where it's do or die, and you got to know who you're going to put out on the field. And I mean, this guy over here showed me too. Like, hey, if I need relief on Saturday, guess what? He's telling me out there, hey, you're going to me, coach.
Yeah, and he kept his pitch count really low for you guys. Just what did he have? 13 and 11, a total of 24. So Aiden, if needed, Aiden Cooper will be ready to go against Pekin. And we go over there to Moravia on Saturday. And I felt really bad, but I had to mention it because I just didn't feel like I would be doing my job if I talked about what those two kids had been doing, their struggles from the plate. I mean, it's part of the game. So I feel really good that I did mention it, and then they came in and succeeded tonight because, the listeners, they hear what's going on. So we knew those two kids were in a slump, and nobody felt worse about it than them. But, I just felt it was worth mentioning, and maybe that's what it took. So, they come around tonight and both have a couple of hits from the plate, helping the Warrior offense out big time. You faced a good pitcher tonight for a freshman, Dexter Scott. I mean, it seemed like later in the game he started using his breaking ball even more effective. And he had a good one going tonight, and you're going to have to deal with him there for the next few years or whatever, as he'll probably see some more time throughout the rest of his varsity career. But it was tough. He made it tough for you guys. You're able to break through and score 3 in the 6th, and you cut it to 7-4. That was, I thought, a good job by the early part of your lineup there. Urach and Coral and Millard getting the run scored, and you had, 3 hits there in that inning by Leffler, Coral, and Millard. So that was a good part, a good sign, I think, as you guys, as we go over there to play Pekin and Moravia on Saturday. So the regular season is over. The journey's over. You guys have all the prep work done that you can get from those first 23 games, I think, on the year. And now we get to go over there and see what happens in the tournament. Any thoughts from either one of you? Aiden, we can start with you. You played Pekin earlier in the season. I missed that game, so he pitched. So you have a good idea of what you're going to be facing. Any thoughts on their lineup and what you guys might see as we go to Moravia to play Pekin in the 1A Sub-State 5 first-round game on Saturday?
Well, they have some good hitters. I mean, I got a home run hit on me that game.
Did you?
I did. One thing that worked well for me was just trying to get it in there as fast as I could. Velocity is one thing I have, so I try to abuse it.
Yeah.
And it was working until it wasn't. That kid, it was a good shot.
Sure.
Good shot.
But you guys ended up getting a nice 14-3 win.
We did.
I mean, I'm familiar with the stats from that game. So, but they might have been short on pitching or whatever when that game took place. So you don't know who you face that night compared to who you're gonna face on Saturday. So you just you maybe take what you can learn from that first game against Pekin. And Coach, any thoughts from you about what you're going to see? Maybe Glick or one of their other pitchers who has pitched the most innings wise for them.
I'm sure they're going to come with their number one. I mean, the postseason, everybody's record goes back to 0-0. So they're going to be throwing aces. I mean, I think the worst thing you can do is second guess and try and look ahead of your first game to the second one and try to set up a pitcher like that.
Sure. So
no, you just go out guns blazing and you get the win, and then you just have another kid ready for the next game.
Exactly.
That's postseason baseball in Iowa. So.
And we'll hope for good weather because it's a Saturday game. If you win, come back Tuesday. So I'd hate to see a rain out because they'll probably have to play that one on Monday, and that leads you to more of a pitching, I guess, conundrum as you have to go back-to-back days. But like you said, you always go into your games with a couple of
always have a couple of options
in advance, and you'll do that again, I'm sure. So all right, guys. Hey, thanks, Aiden Cooper and head coach Shane Bagley, for taking the time, as always, to stop up and chat with us in the Warrior Baseball postgame show, sponsored by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior pride, countywide. Aiden Cooper, a very nice job. 2 innings of relief tonight for the Warriors to hold that deficit right where it was. We couldn't score enough runs to tie it or take the lead, but it was no fault of Aiden. He came in there and held the deficit right where it needed to be. And head coach Shane Bailey, as always, thank you for your time tonight and throughout all the course of the year, making my job a lot easier. And, guys, good luck, and we will be over there in Moravia to watch you guys take on Pekin. Hopefully a Warrior W in the first round of 1A, Sub-State 5, district play on Saturday.
Thanks, Sham.
Thanks,
appreciate
guys.
you.
Yep, appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we will take one final 1-minute break and come on back and wrap it up for you one final time from the Ferguson Sports Complex. Tonight, Davis County defeats the Warriors by a score of 7-4. Back with you after 1 minute in the Warrior postgame show, brought to you by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride, countywide. You're tuned into Warrior Baseball. We are streaming live on the Atemo Radio YouTube channel on the air at 92.7 KTWA. All that made possible through the Atemo Radio Group Sports Network. Back with you to wrap it up after this 60-second break.
Whether you're building your dream home, expanding the family farm, or just need a little help getting started, Pilot Grove Savings Bank is here for you. Our experienced lending team offers personalized service with competitive rates because we live here too, and we know what matters. Pilot Grove Savings Bank. We make your goals our priority. Visit us at pilotgrovesavingsbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Cody Crane with Crane Concrete Ready Mix. If you're tired of not mattering to the big corporate companies, then call us. When you work with us, you won't be on a waiting list. We can get you concrete when you need it. We are a family-owned business, offer competitive prices, and are easy to work with. We deliver to Davis, Wapello, Van Buren, and Jefferson counties. Work with a company that will take care of you. Call me, Cody Crane, at 641-919-1350.
We're back with the Van Buren County Warriors on the Atemo Radio Group Sports Network.
All right, we are back with you a final time here from the Ferguson Sports Complex on the west edge of Keosauqua here at Perkins Field, the Kissling Press Box. We just witnessed the end of boys high school varsity baseball action for you on the evening end of the regular season for the Warriors and Davis County. Davis County gets a 7-4 win over Van Buren County in boys high school varsity baseball action this evening. And let's go with our player of the game, sponsored by, I got two players of the game actually, sponsored by, let me see, Milo and his team at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield and Keosauqua. Ask them about free delivery or curbside pickup options. They sponsor our player of the game or players of the game for us all season long. I want to thank Shane Bagley and Aiden Cooper for stopping up and talking to us in the post-game show. Those interviews are sponsored by Crane Concrete Ready Mix, delivering concrete to Atemo, Fairfield, Bloomfield, and the surrounding areas. Sponsor the coaches and players interviews all throughout the course of the season. And I should mention this is the completion of the Warrior Baseball post-game show sponsored by the Van Buren County Community School District, where they have one goal: be a great school for all kids. Warrior Pride countywide. My two players of the game tonight, I'm going to give them to those two guys in the middle of the order, Will Coral and Kinnick Millard. I mentioned the slump. I'm sure those kids are aware of the slump that they were in. They broke out of it tonight, each with a couple of hits on the night. Nobody happier to see that than myself and head coach Shane Bagley. Hopefully they can keep the hot bats along with Isaac Leffler. He had a hit tonight, and so did Eli McKinney. We'll look for those four to spearhead the Warrior offense as we go over to Moravia to play Pekin at 5 p.m. on the 4th of July weekend. That's this Saturday, 5 p.m. First pitch in Class 1A, Sub-State 5 District Tournament play. So, our players of the game tonight brought to you by Wells Hometown Drug. That is Will Coral and Kinnick Millard, each with a couple of hits and a run scored. Millard give him 2 RBIs on the evening. So a nice job there in the middle of the Warrior lineup by Will Coral and Kinnick Millard, earning them players of the game tonight, sponsored by Wells Hometown Drug. All right. I think we can get to our closing stuff now. Went through the totals and summaries for you. We'll do that one more time here in a minute. Oh, I wanted to go over the pitching lines for you. On the night, Dexter Scott goes 6 2/3, scattering 6 hits, walked 1, struck out 9, gave up 4 runs, 3 of them earned, I think, and had a wild pitch, no hit batters. That was the line for the winner, Dexter Scott. For the Warriors, Will Coral took the loss, going an inning and a third, giving up 1 hit. Walked 4, struck out 1, gave up those 6 runs, a couple of wild pitches, a couple of hit batters. McAtee in relief did a fine job, and so did Aiden Cooper. Those were the pitching lines tonight. So, in closing, I'd like to thank board operator Connor Davis back at the studio in Ottumwa. He helped to make this thing run smoothly for everybody tonight. Thank you, Connor. I'd like to thank all of our viewers and listeners. If you were choosing to make this broadcast part of your evening, we are streaming live on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel, also on the air at your home for today's hits and yesterday's favorites, 92.7 KTWA and Ottumwa Radio Sports Group Station. Big thanks to our listeners. We could not do it without you if you made this broadcast part of your evening. If you are tuned in now, listening to the postgame show on your way home, please make sure you drive safely. AJ and I, you know it, we will make sure that we do the same. I'd like to thank our sponsors, as I always do here in the Warrior postgame show, sponsored by the Van Buren County Community School District, and I'll run through them for you one final time. Iowa Missouri Seeds, Van Buren County Community School District, Cranston Family Funeral Home, Dowd's Lumber and Home Center, Smithburg Automotive, Dowd's Quick Stop, Pilot Grove Savings Bank, Van Buren County Hospital, Wells Hometown Drug, Crane Concrete Ready Mix, First Iowa State Bank, Roto-Rooter of Ottumwa, Slayton Polaris, Tugboat Transportation, and Wasco Hardware. If you're in the area and need some local business, please make sure you give these sponsors a chance. They're a huge part of why these broadcasts can be viewed and heard on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel, on the air at 92.7 KTWA, all that made possible through the Ottumwa Radio Group Sports Network. Like I said, those sponsors, we couldn't do without them. Big thanks. Make sure you give them a chance at some local business. If you're not currently a sponsor of Warrior Sports and would like to be, you got to get a hold of Margie at ottumwaradio.com. She would be more than happy to set you up with an ads package that's to your liking. You can get your business name some advertising and feel good about sponsoring Van Buren County Warrior Sports. Once again, if you'd like to sponsor Warrior Sports, you got to get a hold of Margie at ottumwaradio.com. Totals and the final score for you one more time here. We'll also go over the records after tonight. Davis County wins it by a score of 7-4. They get 7 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors, strand 4. The Warriors, 4 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors. They strand 4 as well. Time of the game was 1 hour and 45 minutes. To complete it, Dexter Scott, the winner. Will Coral was the loser. And after tonight's game, Davis County improves to 11-17 on the year. They are 3-9 on the road. Next action for them is Saturday, July 5th, Eddyville, Blakesburg, Fremont at Davis County. A 7 p.m. start there, first pitch for a 2A Sub-State 5 first-round game. The Warriors end the regular season 9-14 on the year, 4-6 here at home. The next action for us is Saturday, July 5th, also 5 p.m. first pitch, a Class 1A Sub-State 5 first-round game. We will be in Moravia to take on the Pekin Panthers. That'll be our next broadcast on Saturday. Make sure you tune in about 4:30 for the Warrior Baseball pregame show, sponsored by Iowa Missouri Seed of Keosauqua. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. Ryan Wolf is your seed dealer. That'll be our next broadcast. So that's going to about do it here for us. On behalf of Connor Davis, the board op, running things back at the studio, and my on-site cameraman and producer, Mr. A.J. Rowe. My name is Shan Moquin, your play-by-play and radio voice of the Warriors. Back again for the sports seasons of the 2024-25 school year. We will all wish you a very pleasant rest of your Wednesday evening and say so long to you from the Ferguson Sports Complex here in Keosauqua, Iowa, Perkins Field, the Kissling Press Box. Regular season is over. Last home broadcast, always a little sad on the season. The final score, once again, Davis County wins it over the Van Buren County Warriors in boys high school varsity baseball non-conference action for you tonight by a score of 7-4. We will talk to you next from Moravia about 4:30 p.m. on Saturday, July 5th for the pregame show. The Warriors are going to take on the Pekin Panthers in a 1A Sub-State 5 first-round playoff matchup. Until then, you've been tuned in to Warrior Baseball. We stream live on the Ottumwa Radio YouTube channel and on the air at 92.7 KTWA. From the Ferguson